Oh, that's the whole reason I went on IMDb to see your character name in Bakugan.
Gorthion?
Is it Gorthion? Is that what it is?
But
okay.
I need you to express how much of a tertiary character that is. Really peripheral, like very much a peripheral character.
Starting a hashtag, bring back Girthion.
Yeah. We need more girth.
Like you've changed to Girthion now? Girthion's gross.
Yeah.
What's that movie? Sit ahead. Don't ask her like, 'cause she'll say, I haven't seen it.
Welcome to the Haven't Seen It podcast. This is the podcast where I bring people on the show and we get them really drunk and they tell me about a movie that I've never seen before. I'm Alenka Zach.
And I'm Will.
Is it my turn? I'm Hayden. I don't know what to do.
No, it's not your fucking turn.
Yeah, you go. I'll come back soon.
Did he just turn his... Okay.
I got nervous.
Well, guys, I guess we're just getting right into it.
Yep.
Now was it my turn? God damn it. Also, my name says Celeste. That's my partner. I'm sorry if that's confusing.
It is very confusing, actually. You guys, you've heard him. I don't know if we still established how we wanted to introduce him. But you guys were listening to not Celeste, but Hayden. It's Finkelshtain?
It's really, every version is worse than the last version. It's Finkelshtain.
Finkelshtain? Fecalstain.
No, it's worse. It's always like 3% worse than you think it is. It's Finkelshtain, like you got a stain on your shirt. That's what I remember it.
Yeah, yeah, good. That's how you remember your name.
That's how I remember my own name. Otherwise, it's wildly confusing.
Yeah.
Well, Hayden is a fantastic actor and voice actor. Most famously playing Gorthion in the animated anime series Bakugan Battle Planet.
I just want to express again what a peripheral character that is. And that's my most exciting credit to date. I think is a real testament to my artistic journey thus far.
And on that note, we will be starting a hashtag. Bring back
Gorthion.
Yeah, bring it back.
And you guys can start that so that Hayden can have more, like a spinoff. I think would be good.
It'll be really cute.
It'll be called Gorthenstein.
He converts to Judaism.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I believe in a monotheistic religion now. That's what he'd say.
Nice.
That is, exactly. And then you guys know the real voice because it's the real voice actor.
It's a very, very small role, but I appreciate it. I do appreciate it very much.
You're famous to me.
It's you and my mom.
Oh, cool.
But it's actually really cute. When I booked that, and again, I just want to continue to express what a small part that is. But
it's a huge role. Congratulations.
It's a big role in everyone's heart, but it's statistically it's a very small part. But when I booked it, my mom bought the toy. There's a toy of it, so she bought it for me, which was very cute. Yeah.
So you got merch. God. That's bigger than
I don't have merch.
That's quite big. You said there was a toy.
Again,
that is merch.
Of episodes.
Wait, do you have merchandising rights?
Enough to have a toy.
Could you imagine? I have merchandising rights? That'd be amazing.
You didn't say no.
No, I don't. No. I'll be clear about that now. I don't.
Oh, fine.
I don't.
Made a mistake.
A mistake. Very small role, but very, very, very appreciative of your support.
Anyways, thanks for bringing your famous ass voice on our podcast.
Thank you.
Really makes it sound better, I think. Higher quality, you know?
Yeah. Now you could just have like an iPhone mic and it'll still sound professional.
Oh, well, that's very nice. I don't know about that. I have like not even a great mic now for somebody who does voiceover. So I'm a little
fooled me.
Alenka, what movie are we talking about today?
Across the Universe.
Ooh, is that Liverpool accent?
I actually didn't give any thought into that accent. I do a lot of accents at work now, and that's just what happened. But I guess it worked out, didn't it?
You have like no idea that movie is like as a main.
I know a little bit. Oh no, I did not actually.
Okay, because also funny because I rewatched it today, and my partner was really upset with me because I just continued to do a really shoddy Liverpudlian? Is that what they say? Accent.
Is that it? Oh,
I actually think that's what they say. Yeah.
All right.
Liverpuddle.
I think that's
no,
what they
and
say.
I don't even know that that's what I was doing. I don't even know what part of the world that accent was coming from, other than my heart, really. So,
and isn't that the nicest place of all?
No, that's
okay.
That's on brand for this movie.
Yeah,
the heart.
Everything.
Yeah.
No, just I'm an idiot, and it comes out of whatever the fuck. I don't know. I don't know, man.
What do you know about this movie, Alenka?
Okay, so guess what, motherfuckers? I didn't really know much, but a little bit more than some. So, okay, here's the dealio. I happened to mention that I was going to do this movie, and somebody spilled a little bit of the beans to me before I was able to cut them off. Not a ton, but a little bit of beans. So, listen up, y'all, because this is it. I think the music is from the Beatles, which is neat. Maybe. I don't know. I'm going to say, yeah, it's all the Beatles redone by whoever the actors were, which is fine. It's honestly fine to me because I never really got into the Beatles. Like, I know a couple of their big bangers, but I was like, I kind of wanted to listen to more like K-pop when I was younger. So I don't think I ever got into the Beatles. Really? I don't know. I liked playing video games. And it wasn't my jam at the time. And then I never really got into it, but I can appreciate it, I guess. But weren't they just One Direction for the times? Anyways, so if any of the songs were like ruined by the actors or anything, like I would not know. Really, like it still sounds like a bop to me. We were listening to that earlier. Sounded pretty good. Okay, Beatles, got that. Check, done. Next, I know. I always assumed this was just a love story, which I mean might still be. The one thing that was being spillaged about what someone told me is that the lady has a brother in the army and he gets deployed or something. Something like that. Right. See, I've even kind of forgotten what she said.
Well, fuck. That's the whole movie.
Something along the lines of...
Podcast done.
Lady has a bro. He goes to war, maybe, and that's all I know. And then also, based off the drink Will made, there's a component of it that makes me think someone dies. Or heartbreak happens. Something like that.
Maybe.
Do we spill it? Do we spill the beans?
So that's what I gotta say.
Start spilling the beans.
Not yet.
Soon.
You're gonna start periodically when you go frame by frame.
Well, I just love this film.
We gotta spill your beans, Hayden. Why?
Nice.
What about this? Why do you want to talk about this movie? You say it's like a special place in your heart, and I want to know why.
I really love it.
What a sick thing to say.
What, that I love it?
I don't know, maybe. I feel like this movie also got shit on, so I have pretty low expectations going in.
Yeah, you definitely should. It's like yeah. For people, if people shit on it, like I'm fully in support of, like, from a critical point of view, I'm like, yeah, it's not a great movie, but I don't know, it makes my heart cry a little bit, and isn't that what film is supposed to do?
It's supposed to affect you,
perhaps.
Yeah, I love it.
Sure.
And I'll go on a limb, and I'll go so far as to say that I actually think that some of the music, I prefer it to the original song.
Ooh, blasphemy!
Not many, but there's a few of them that I'm like,
Yeah, well, to Alenka's point, I will say I don't know if I heard anyone say that this movie ruined any Beatles songs because they're all really great covers. They're all pretty good.
Okay.
I think they're great.
Are they now? Are they covers that sound similar or totally different?
They stick to the original, like in a way, but
there's
not,
a couple
that's kind of too
different.
Bad.
Yeah,
honestly,
there's
I prefer...
a few that kind of draw from the already, like the covers that were already released at that time, right? The popular covers of certain songs.
Right.
Yeah.
See, I really prefer when a cover sounds literally nothing like the original. That is artistry to me.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think, there's a couple that are pretty unique, I think. But yeah, for the most part, they follow the kind of like the Beatles lead.
Yeah. Now, Hayden, did you watch this movie and then, like, in high school, and you were like, "The Beatles are the best band ever. I've just discovered them."
Yeah, I like. Yeah, I had we're still friends, but a friend of mine from high school who was really into the Beatles, and then for a little while, I feel like for a little while, my personality was just that I liked the Beatles. Like that was exclusively the thing that was about me. Yeah, and so the movie, I'm trying to remember. I think the movie came out like early 2000, like 5 or 6 or something. I think we were I was in middle school. But
what?
2007.
So that
you would have been in high
was-
school, right?
Yeah, you would have had to have been. I feel like there's
No,
no
I'm
way.
young.
What's 2007? Subtract 2020. That was 13 years ago. So
Yeah.
I would have been 15. No,
So
sorry, 14.
I would have been.
So I was in high school.
I was 15.
I'm young. I look like Bernie Sanders, but I'm young. 2007, I would have been in grade 7.
Shut the fuck up. How old are you, man?
I've just turned 26.
This is the time of the show where I talk about the drink I made.
Oh yeah, I forgot about it.
It's about time I talk about the drink I made.
Whatever, Will.
I call it Strawberry Fields.
Like the Beatles song.
Yeah.
Even I knew that.
We got a little bit of gin or vodka. Take your pick.
Jonka. Maybe both.
Soda
which
water.
I did.
And then you're going to smash some strawberries with some basil. And then you mix that all together. And then you garnish it with a little stabbed strawberry. You got to stab that strawberry in anger.
I knew it. I knew it.
So
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I
Yours
knew it. I
sounds
knew
good.
it.
Yeah.
Basil. You said basil, right?
Basil, yeah. Basil.
Do you say basil or basil?
I say basil.
And pasta or
Basil?
pasta?
I'm going to have some. I don't know. Now I'm all fucked up about it.
I say
I think
pasta.
in between.
I don't say pasta. I say
I
You wanna go for
pasta.
I don't say pasta.
I say pasta for
You
sure.
say pasta? That's so
Yeah.
fancy.
Yeah,
I say pasta.
I did go to theater school. I would have, if I would have said pasta, I would have failed. Pasta, drama, I would have failed right away.
Oh, I
Academic probation,
Man, I fucking hate when people say drama.
drama.
I also
Yeah, it
hate
makes
when people say Mario when in the goddamn video game he says, "It's a me, fucking Mario."
We're gonna get started here.
All right, I'm ready.
Will's like rubbing his eyes, like he took his. Sorry, go ahead.
How does this movie start?
How does it? Is it for me? Is that for me?
Yeah, that's for you.
How does the movie start?
That's
All right.
wrapped up and thrown right to you.
How does the movie start? Main character. His name's Jude. Sitting on a beach.
Played
Ew,
by
I
Jim
already
Sturgis.
don't like it.
His name's Jude. You see, there's a Beatles song
I don't
called
like
Hey
that.
Jude. All the
I
characters
know.
are
I'm
just
very upset.
Yeah,
all the characters are just named after Beatles songs.
yeah. There's a
essentially.
lot of cheeky
I'm actually
references
very
throughout the
upset.
entire movie.
Yeah, I think
That
there's a line.
sucks.
There's a line like right near the beginning where they're talking to some guy from Liverpool, and he's just like straight up like, I thought when I was 64 I'd leave this place, and you're like, ew, this whole movie's gonna be like that.
They do
Is
make
that
you
a
think
lyric?
way.
What, Do
Yeah.
you not know the song When I'm
It's a
64?
song.
No, I told you I didn't listen to the goddamn Beatles.
So this movie be amazing for you then, because
It will be, yeah.
It actually
you'd be
might
like,
be fine.
You'd be like,
Yeah.
I'd be
That
like,
one.
that sounds cool. That's a neat thing to say.
yeah, yeah.
So
Sorry,
Jude,
okay.
yes, Jude is on a beach, and he
Wide
played by
shot.
Jim Sturgis
Yeah.
of 21 fame. What else is he really in? I don't know.
I across the universe. I don't know.
This is his movie.
It like pulls in real close. He like turns around all dramatic and he sings the song "Girl" by the Beatles.
Which
They have, like,
is
Is there anybody going to listen to my story?
All about the girl who came to stay.
Me and we'll duet. No, I don't know the words, but it's very
He's
dramatic.
singing that song.
Yeah, it's a
I
big
don't know
drama.
it.
So right away,
Unfamiliar.
this is about a girl.
Yeah.
This whole movie.
Oh.
Yeah. It's about a white
it?
guy looking for a girl, and you're like, oh, fuck. All right. Strap in, I guess.
So it literally opens on what? I'm sorry, Jude singing on a beach?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's sitting pensively on a beach, and it like pulls in real slow, one shot right to his face, and he sings like the first verse of that song.
And then we hear drums and then we hear guitar a little bit build up, and then we hear the opening lines to Helter Skelter.
Yeah.
Which is
you really don't know any of these songs.
It's very poignant. It's very like, or no, on the, what I said, on the head, on the nail? No, nail in the head. Nail, hammer, head, nail on the nose. That's what I was trying to get at.
That's a different one.
A nail and a hammer on the nose.
It's all like, it's like, when I get to the bottom, I go back to the top of the slide. And it's kind of like, because we're going back in time. Like, this is like almost the end of the movie, almost. Sort of, yeah. And we just see like newspaper clippings, and we see a woman played by
Evan Rachel Wood of Westworld fame.
Yes. We don't know this character yet. We just see her being like she literally has not seen true.
Anything. I thought it was a gimmick, but it's really true.
I don't know how I do it, you guys. Stop.
Yeah, I'm bashful, please.
Anyway, she's being like pulled around by something. There's newspaper clippings. It's kind of all crazy, like flipping through a bunch of stuff. And then what happens after that?
And then it like ends on like a really dramatic cut of Evan Rachel Wood going, huh? To the camera.
Oh, yes.
And then it like fades back
classic.
in time.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very like 2007, whatever year it was. You're like, oh, this like 2 years later, and none of that shit would have been cool. Everybody would have been like, that sucks.
That's dumb.
That's bullshit.
2 years later, they were like, this blows chunks. But it was fine then. Back in 2007. And then what happens? Okay. Oh, and then it cuts to like, so it cuts to Jude, the guy who's singing on the beach. He's at like a punk club or something. And Evan Rachel Wood, who went to the camera, she's at like a high school prom or something.
Yeah, like
and they're singing the same song.
Dance.
Yeah. They don't know each other. He's in Liverpool at a club. She's in the States at her
Where's
prom.
She? Oh.
I think she's in the States at her prom. In some state.
Whatever state Princeton is in, that's where she is. Where's Princeton?
Is it Princeton?
Yeah, Alabama.
That's
probably.
Welcome to Princeton. Come on in.
She's definitely in the northeastern seaboard.
Midwest-ish area, probably, maybe.
Yeah. Anyway, this whole montage of them back and forth in their homes is set to "Hold Me Tight."
Yeah,
by the Beatles.
Still, it's not going to matter. We could just make up names for these songs.
Yeah.
You could. You literally could, and I'd be like,
yeah. You'd be like, okay, all right.
Sick.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's showing the difference, and it goes between like two different genres. So when we see him in this like underground punk club, it's like rock and roll, Hold Me Tight. And when we see her at her prom, it's like teeny bopper, 1960s, Hold Me Tight.
Yeah.
And she's with her boyfriend. He's with
it late 50s or early 60s?
I think it's just like unspecified 60s. Because it talks about like the civil rights movement.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's unspecified 60s. But I will say, I don't know why, but Liverpool in the early 60s looks like everywhere else in the 40s or 30s.
Hold on.
Like the shots of Liverpool, I'm like, what year is it there?
Yeah.
When were the Beatles like a thing?
They were big for like a decade, but I don't know exactly what year they started.
Is it like 58, 59 to like
something for like 10
something?
years?
Yeah.
It's
so like
the same,
basically.
The same time as what this movie takes place.
Pretty well, yeah.
Yeah, I would say.
Then the Beatles songs would be like relevant to them, and it's weird that they're singing them.
They should get rid of this whole movie. This movie sucks.
Well, yeah. So the character Evan Rachel Wood, who her character name is Lucy, is dancing with her boyfriend
in the sky with diamonds.
Excuse me. What? Great. That's going to help you later on. So,
okay. Does she get high?
Lucy gets dropped off by her boyfriend, and they have a little dialogue, and he's shipping out. So we find out like he's going.
Her boyfriend's shipping out?
Going to war,
he's in the war.
Okay.
And he's all like, Lucy, I'll be back. Don't worry. And then you're like, well, he's not coming back.
What a dum-dum. He doesn't actually think that, does he?
What a loser.
What a fucking idiot.
And then Jude is walking home late at night because we see like Lucy get dropped off at like 10 o'clock at night, but Jude and his girlfriend are walking home at like 6 in the morning or whatever.
Oh my God, scandalous.
And we find out like he's shipping off, not for war, but just because for a job, like he's going to go on a ship to work.
Yeah, you don't know exactly where.
Shoveling coal, basically.
What a great opportunity.
And she's all sad. She's like, are you coming back? And he's all charming and from Liverpool. He's like, I'll be back. Don't worry. I don't know how to do Liverpool accent, but he's shipping out.
I would like you to keep trying throughout the duration.
I'm going to keep trying. It will get progressively worse as I continue to drink this.
What song does he sing? He sings.
What? Then? Like after that?
Yeah. He sings, All My Loving. He sings All My Loving to her.
Oh, to her.
How does that one go? What's the one that goes? That's
the one.
Is it?
Yeah, okay.
Weird. It was like stuck in my head before you even said that.
Yeah.
Am I fucking psychic?
Are you clairvoyant?
Maybe.
Yeah, so he sings that to his girlfriend.
That song.
Yeah, it's a rocking song. He's got a good voice, I'll say. I will also say this character is really not a likable or nice guy at all. He's very charming.
Yeah. In a skis ball way, though.
He's kind of gross. I'm not about him.
Yeah.
And he says
getting a very
fucking hair. Yeah.
So do you know the lead singer from the Arctic Monkeys?
Mm-hmm.
I can't
sort of. Yeah.
Really? I think his name's Alex Turner.
Listen to like Frank Sinatra, like a gross old guy.
What the fuck?
I really do. Well, it's really horrible.
For the viewers that are cool, getting some mad Alex, I think Turner is his last name, vibes from this character that I don't actually know. Quickly pull it up, Will. Let me double check that it's called Alex Turner because I'll just find it first.
Well, I haven't seen it. Podcast people don't like Frank Sinatra.
This is Jude right here.
Yeah, there he is. That's him in that first scene when the camera pans. He looks a little bit like he's going through an exorcism.
So what I'm envisioning is like this.
Yeah, so there you go. There's Will has Jude.
Pretty much very similar, actually.
I guess so.
Yeah, they look identical. What do you mean? They both have dark hair. They both have noses. And they both got that, he's also English. So I think that's that.
Great. That's all you need. There you go.
Anyway.
Oh, you're cheating. You got the synopsis there.
I have it just so that...
Listen, he has to guide you in case you get too off the rails.
Yeah, so there's a montage where he's packing up, getting ready to go. We also see that he's saying goodbye to his mom, and his mom's worried about him. But he goes up into her drawer and pulls this photo, and it's of basically his father, who he's never met before.
Yeah,
and he's an army guy.
Okay,
so that's a little tidbit there.
Okay.
Yeah.
He just takes the photo.
Yeah, he just steals away into mom's drawer, I guess, and it's I just take mom's stuff sometimes.
I think the dude's name's on the back of the photo. Yeah,
which is
something. I forget what his name is.
Quick question. So wait, hold on. This guy died, his dad, or he just hasn't? He has not come back.
No, yeah.
Here's what I'm guessing: motherfucker's not going to go dig coal. He's going to go find his daddy.
Oh. I don't know. Am I allowed to spill the beans, or do we keep going?
If it comes, I don't know. Maybe.
Okay. We'll keep going.
I totally fucking guessed it.
All right.
Will, stop fucking with your camera. It's driving me nuts.
I'm not fucking with it. It automatically does that because the connection's all weird. With it.
Anyway, so guy takes his photo of his dad, and he's like, "Bye, mom."
Yeah, and the dialogue. I will also just add the dialogue's all very generic. It's all just "I'll miss you, son," and he's like, "All right, mom, I'm shipping out, but don't worry, I'll be fine." It's not a well written film at all.
Lame. She really relied on the music.
Yeah,
they relied on the music a lot.
That's upsetting.
Even as dialogue, they said that it's just they set up things and you're just so that we can have this song fucking shoved in right here.
Yeah, but
I'll probably watch it.
I'll defend it. I'll defend it till I'm dead. I don't care. I love it.
Yeah, so he's shipping out again. All My Loving still playing, and Daniel, Lucy's boyfriend, ships off. He's writing a letter to Lucy. We see like a montage of him leaving, and then we see a bunch of cheerleaders in a football field. Like this truck, the truck of army guys being shipped off, drives by a football field, and then we're introduced to a tertiary character named Prudence.
Guardian or whatever.
Yeah. It's a big gorilla. He's on the football field and he's cheering for the team. Rah rah, sis boom bah. And that's it. That's the only time we see him in the Yeah. It's very quick.
And what is Prudence doing, Hayden?
What's Prudence doing? Prudence. I will also say I have lots of thoughts on this. Prudence is in the film, is I think the only like queer character in the film. Sorry if that was ruined.
Sort of, yeah.
And I'm a little bit like I'm a little bit like I don't know how I feel about it because I'm like I feel like they just kind of wrote her in and she never really has any intention other than like being like trying to like find somebody. Like it's just like all like there's nothing really to that character so much other than like her reliance on other people. I'm like, that's not that cool.
They introduce her in this scene and you're like, ooh, this is going to be a big character.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh no, she's not.
She's
and then
like
she shows up in a weird fucking scene
maybe.
later on, but we'll get to that.
Yeah. So she's like on a field. She's a cheerleader, I guess, at a high school. And she's looking at the cheerleaders and the football players and she's watching them and she starts singing the song, I Want to Hold Your Hand. I'm going to assume you don't know that song.
I know it. I know the really popular
Don't
ones.
say it like that.
I know the ones that Glee covered. Okay.
Yeah, so they do basically that version, the slow version of it.
Yeah. And she's
singing it about the female cheerleader.
Yeah. So it starts, she's looking at the football player and then he leaves and she starts looking at the cheerleader and you're like, oh, okay, cool. And she sings about the cheerleader and then she kind of just goes away.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
She's sad. Yeah.
It is it's a really cool shot though, where it's like a slow motion. She's walking through the football practice as all the football players are like tackling and jumping over her, but it's all slow motion, but she's singing.
That's cool.
In regular time. It's actually, I'll say the whole movie is visually pretty stunning. Like it is cool.
Stunning.
I feel like they do a lot of those.
Is this movie on Netflix?
No. I tried to find it today to rewatch it and I had to rent it from Amazon.
Yeah, not doing that.
Paid like $4 for this shitty movie that I love.
But now it's like yours, right?
There you go.
No, I rented it. It's gone tomorrow.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
you shouldn't have to rent it for $4.
I know.
Yeah,
you should be able to buy it for $4.
I know.
It was really not fun.
You should have just went to like a random variety store and bought it out of the bargain bin. But I guess you don't go out.
No. I'm like a hypochondriac supreme right now.
Okay.
So yeah, she sings that song and then she walks off the field, and that's our introduction to her. We don't even see her again for a while, like quite a while.
Yeah, she's like not in the film very much.
Oh, weird.
No,
they basically, I think the creators were like, I want a character named Prudence because we have all the other songs represented. They're like, okay, what should she do? And they're like, be Prudence. And they're like, okay, and that was kind of it.
I'll also say she's played by TV Carpio, who is an Asian actress, and that's kind of significant, half significant.
That's true, actually. Yeah, that's true.
So
why is that?
We'll get to it, Alenka. Jesus.
Because of Yoko Ono?
No, but that's hilarious. Though. It's not that. It's not that. But that, fair. That's a fair leap.
I didn't know if I made a racism by accident.
Racism.
No, I don't think so.
No,
but it's not because of Yoko Ono.
No. All right.
Well, what happens next? Jude shows up at Princeton.
Yes, right.
So,
we're kind of introduced to another character. We're introduced to another character.
There's so many characters in this, and you don't care about like 4 of them.
So he went on the ship. He got off in the States. We do see a quick scene where he's like hitchhiking on the side of the road.
Yeah,
but he's supposed to be going to coal mine. I think
he's
he's
shoveling
a liar.
coal in a ship.
He is a liar.
He's
also an unsavory character. He is not a pleasant
lying,
man,
right?
Yeah,
like he's not fucking there to. Because then you'd just be on a ship the whole time.
Yeah. I guess.
What the fuck is this little bitch doing? Huh?
You know what?
We're gonna find out.
The more gin I drink, I'm. Yeah, he is a little bitch. He is.
He is.
He is
Exactly.
he's a little, he's not a nice guy. He's a rude character is what I find.
Okay, so did you say he's on a train?
No,
he's hitchhiking on the side of the road.
Hitchhiking. Okay.
We see a scene with that. But he gets to Princeton University. But before we kind of see him at Princeton, we see this guy, this blonde character, running late for class and then running into Jude and dropping all his books. And this guy's name is Max.
Okay.
Because there's a Beatles song called Maxwell's Silver Hammer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
and
actually
they make
really...
not one, but two references to that song, which is kind of overkill. They do. And I'll
really?
remind you. Yeah, they do. And it's like, they didn't really need to do the second reference. But,
no, they have so many in that movie that are just pointless. Yeah. So that's Max. And he bumps into Jude. And Jude says, have you seen this guy? And he gives him a name. And I guess he points him out.
His dad.
No, you don't know yet. You don't know
it's
yet.
His dad.
You don't know.
If you were an intuitive watcher, you'd know it's his dad.
He just says the guy's name.
Yeah,
it's his motherfucking dad, boys.
But he asks, he's like, I don't know the guy's fucking name, but he asks him like, is Professor so and so? Is that it? And he's like, no. Oh wait, there's a Frank so and so. I don't think his name's Frank either, but he's not a professor, and he's like a handyman at the window.
He's like a caretaker.
Which I'm like, okay, Princeton University, huge place. Max clearly not like doing well in school. Does he really know the name of a random
like a single caretaker?
True.
You know what I mean?
True.
It's a bit of a stretch. He's like, oh yeah, I just happen to know. It's not like, yeah, that's my buddy. He's like, no, I just happen to know this single.
Yeah.
I
know is I never knew one custodian at the University.
Wasn't Goodwill Hunting a custodian?
Yeah.
Well,
he was. Yeah.
So
Will
there's
Hunting
that.
Was. Yeah.
Goodwill Hunting. So take that.
So anyway, Jude goes over to him and then basically says, I think I'm your son.
That's great.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. He's like, no. So he says, were you stationed so-and-so during the war? And he's like, yeah, I was stationed there. How'd you know that? And then he says what Will says, like, I think I'm your son. And he's like, what? And then he's like, this is my mom's name. And he's like, oh, and then it cuts to them having a conversation.
Yeah. And his mom, for some reason, I remember
that's the lamest thing I've ever heard.
His mom's name's Martha Feeney.
Martha Feeney?
Yeah.
I really don't
say
like
the R,
this.
though, because he's from Liverpool.
That's true.
Martha Feeney.
Martha Feeney. It's a terrible accent I'm doing. I do not know how to do it.
Oh, speaking of terrible accents, I think Joe Anderson, who plays Max, does not. He's an English actor. I don't like his American accent. I think it's pretty bad.
Why does he do an American accent?
Well, because he's supposed to be an American in this movie.
Yeah,
why did they
do
that?
Yeah.
There's like 3/4 of all English actors that play American actors. It's always like, hey, man, how are you? That's always how they end up sounding.
Yeah.
You're like, why are you? What's going on there? Why are you a cartoon guy?
That's not what we sound like. Guys.
Yeah. Coming from the cartoon guy, that's, that's some
I'll
criticism.
continue to express that it's a very small role.
Okay, so where do you think these guys get their reference for what Americans sound like? Like, the only thing I reference for British people is what I see in movies and TV, which I know is usually a fucking American person, which is the funny thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that like bad American accent is always like 3 degrees away from like what's that character? Like, what's the bus driver's name on The Simpsons? Like, whoa,
Otto.
Yeah, it's always like a few degrees away from that.
It is.
I'm like, I don't know why we had to push it so far.
Yeah, or like Surfer Dude, California, almost like.
Hey, yeah. That's he does kind of give off that vibe, Max.
Okay. Cool.
So Jude confronts his father. His father brings him down to his janitor dungeon.
Janitor home.
Yeah.
Whatever it's called.
And he's like, the father is like, if I would have known, and he's like, oh, you would have came back, you would have been a father. And it's like, they're just basically, Jude is just like, I just need us to know that we exist.
Yeah, it's a dramatic scene that goes along very quickly so that the audience goes, oh, his father's not going to be a big part of this movie.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it trucks along that fast. You're like, oh.
It's almost It's almost just so that him and Max can somehow meet.
Yeah, it's basically just a reason for him to be in the United States.
Yeah, basically.
That's stupid.
But
sure.
It is stupid. I'm getting madder at this movie as we go on.
And then
so glad I'm turning you.
Are doing what, Hayden? What are Max and his friends doing?
Oh, and then Max. Okay, so then it's the evening, and it cuts to a rooftop, and Max, who we met earlier, who sounds like Otto from The Simpsons, I guess now.
Love that guy.
Can you imagine? Whoa! He's up on a rooftop with his friends who we don't meet and know their names, so we also know we're like, oh, they won't be an important part of this film. And they're on top of a rooftop, and for whatever reason, they attend this university, but they're also just horrible people because they're on top of a roof and they're golfing, like they're hitting golf balls off the roof, trying to break windows. And I don't think it's clear why. I think that they're just like bad dudes.
Are they
very
they're
American?
They're trying to break the windows of like a rival fraternity, aren't they? Like,
is that what it is?
I just feel like the guy who yells out of the window that they break also sounds like some young Otto guy. Like,
yeah,
like,
I guess
that's what I assumed was going on. Like they're just fucking.
That's a fair assumption, but they don't explain that. And so when you just watch it, you're like, oh, these are just bad dudes breaking stuff.
Yeah.
So they're golfing off the thing, and then I guess if it's an opposing frat or something, the guys come out and they're like, "We're gonna get you," and they're like, "No, you won't." And then they actually start to run. They're like, "Oh shit, they're gonna get us." So Max and his friends who are unnamed and we don't care about start to run away, and they all kind of go their separate ways. And Jude happens to see Max and pulls Max into like a doorway somewhere and watches the people chasing him go by.
Yeah, Jude's all cool, smoking a cigarette outside of the janitor dungeon headquarters.
Yeah.
Sure.
Dungeon. I will say,
is he like staying there now?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, actually, I think he is. I think he does say he's like, I'm staying here. And I will say, in
staying here with my
rewatching
dad.
it today, yeah, my cool American dad. Jude flicks a cigarette. I didn't notice it until I rewatched it today. He's the coolest flick of a cigarette I ever saw. It goes real far into a bush. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's a wide shot. You don't notice it unless you're paying attention. It's real good. Yeah, it's real good. I was like, you were like, oh, I want to be his friend now.
Yeah.
Okay,
like,
sure.
He redeemed himself now.
Yeah, he was unlikable for a time, but that cigarette flick was pretty cool.
That was fucking cool. I like him.
I don't know. He's pretty cool now that he flicked that cigarette.
I'd like forgive all the bad shit he's done and will do.
He wasn't good up until this point, but yeah. And then what? Then he's talking with Max?
Well, so yeah, he's talking to him, and Max makes some jokes like, "What are you, the assistant janitor?" And,
rude.
And he's like,
whatever.
Yeah, that would be a perfectly good, respectable job. Why you got to be such a
should
dick
have
about it?
should have been like, yeah, I fucking am, man.
Yeah, now I got to clean up that window you broke, you piece of shit. You're a bad dude.
Yeah.
So the roles reverse. They flip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, Max invites him out for a little night out in the town with his buddies, and it all happens to the soundtrack of "With a Little Help from My Friends."
Of course,
nice, classic.
Which is like, is this kind of this is a play on the Joe Cocker version? I think.
What that?
I can't remember that version.
It's a little bit slower, a little bit.
I don't know it.
Oh, now I remember.
It's just like the different kind of version, but I'll just say that's what I think they're more riffing off of rather than like the original. Which Joe Cocker shows up in this movie.
What do they do?
Say when he does. So
shut up.
He does.
Yeah, he's so good in it. He's the best part of the movie, I think.
He is.
It's a
what
rad
do they
cover.
do?
What do they do? So
in this montage,
they play pool in a bar.
Yeah,
nice, fun, very fun.
They have a good time, and they like look at ladies, and when they say the line,
classic.
Do you believe in a love at first sight? And they look right at a lady. That's how it happens. Yeah,
classic. Nobody falls in love.
Dudes.
Yeah, they also like and then they go to like the fraternity house. So they're like sliding down. They're sliding down like a big giant stone staircase, and they're all sliding and then hitting off the edge and falling onto the floor.
Yeah, that's like a quarter of the choreography is them sliding down railings and being a full nuisance in this university, and then lying on the floor going, "Ha ha ha! There's no consequences for us."
We're
and then all the characters are like, Yeah. I mean, kinda. Yeah, I think they all are.
And then they go back to like the frat house and on the couch and they're smoking a little marijuana.
Oh my god, that's so not legal there.
Also, I think this is a PG-13 thing. But they're like,
there's no joint, right?
Yeah, they're not holding anything.
Yeah,
they're just smoking their
Shut up. Are you serious?
Okay.
There's nothing.
I was like, is there no
Shut
joint?
the fuck up.
Yeah.
There's nothing. They're not holding anything.
They're not holding.
They're literally
anything.
not holding anything.
No.
So
no.
the way they've blocked it is to make it like seem as though they're using like it's like a burnt, like almost burnt out. I think so. Like you don't, like so. I never noticed
As
it until today.
And I think that's like that's a PG-13 thing. I think.
What
I
the
think
fuck?
you're right. But then smoke comes out of their mouth.
Yeah, smoke comes out, but like I don't think you can actually see
Because it's
the
a little
action
one.
of smoking a joint in PG-13 movie. I don't think you can see
What
drug
it
use
I
to
think
have a
you're right.
PG-13 movie because this movie is PG-13.
But so I thought that in this scene that they're like joking, miming to be funny, but then
Shut
smoke comes out. But then smoke comes
And
out.
then right here.
Yeah. It's so weird.
Yeah. So that's that.
That's funny.
That's
that there's no
so
joint.
weird.
So I laughed
I
really
really
hard
thought-
too.
Like when I saw it today, I
Because
was like, oh, maybe
here's-
yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, like, PG, like a 13-year-old. I mean, at least me, I would have assumed it was a cigarette.
It's weed.
I
When you're
understand it's
doing
fucking
this,
weed, but I'm
this is-
telling you,
they're doing
a younger person is going to be like, that's just a cigarette.
Well,
And
yeah,
they've already
that's what
shown
they
a
fake it as.
cigarette in this movie.
Mhm.
So why wouldn't they just show the fucking thing? Because they could assume that a younger person would assume that it's fucking cigarette.
No,
Either
because
way,
it doesn't matter. No, it's because the MPAA in the United States is ridiculous.
What
And
is that?
You don't know that's the ratings board in the United States, and people don't even know what their standards are. They just kind of wishy-washy give movies ratings based on unknown criteria, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there you go.
And I will say that hand
Thanks,
thing
Will.
you were saying, Will, they do that really hard. Like the choreographer was like, I need this hand. They're like, you need that hand? Yeah, I need that hand.
Yeah.
They like do it like they're like
Yeah.
they're like, this is cool.
This is pre-white supremacist.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I was thinking you might get a screenshot of all of us doing that.
Oh no.
Just a nightmare.
It's fine because I'm Jewish, so I can't be part of that group. They wouldn't let me in.
There's Jewish Nazis.
They wouldn't let me in.
They wouldn't let me in.
It's
Anti-Semitism, cornerstone of that
wouldn't let you
movement. I
in.
could go on a whole tangent, but I won't. Because we're talking about a frivolous movie.
There we go.
Keep it light. Keep it light.
Anti-Semitism. You set me off, man.
We joke, but it's a serious
So
problem.
they all collapse early in the morning from the exhausting night they just had.
And from the
Fucking
potent weed that they
Marijuana. That definitely
The
gives you a
PG.
hangover.
Yeah. We then see Lucy walking home from school, and her mother gives her a letter, and then she finds out that her boyfriend's going to be coming back for shore leave. Shore leave. He's on
What's
shore
that?
leave. He can go.
Spring break.
Spring break, yeah.
Yeah, he's coming back
Rubber
for spring
spring
break.
now.
Spring break.
So
Right.
he's coming back, and this is a big montage to "It Won't Be Long" by the
What that?
Beatles.
Sing it.
It won't be
It won't be
long.
long, yeah,
Yeah.
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 It won't be long, yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, I would have kept going forever.
What's the
Till I
like?
Belong With You.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, premise of the song
So-
meaning he's coming back soon.
She's
Okay.
playing
I'm excited.
shitty basketball in this montage.
Yeah, that was a
She
weird
looks very
idea.
awkward.
Wait, so what does she do? Have we established what this
Well,
person
she's a
does?
high school student.
She's in school.
And
Yeah.
he's in college area.
Well, he's not in school at all. He's
I think
just a working stiff.
Which means he's older.
I mean,
She
I
could
guess
be 18.
I think we're to
She's
assume.
not.
I'm assuming that she's 18, he's like 19,
No,
20.
he's 16 and he's probably 19, 20. Sick. That's
Well, no,
fucking
I think in this
disgusting.
movie she's probably 18.
I hope
Sure.
so. All these characters are getting progressively more unlikable. The more I unpack this, I should have never came on to unpack this film because I like this as a frivolous dum-dum thing, and now I'm being forced to unpack it, and I hate every choice they make.
This is the first time I think I've ever turned a guess, though. Usually when I
I still like it, but I'm gonna have like
When
a
I
stinky
attack-
face whenever I talk about it now.
A stinky face. You're
Yeah,
like,
I'll be like,
I
I like that
really
movie."
like it.
Yeah, yuck. It's
Yucky,
yucky,
I
but I
like
like
it.
Oh, man.
Why are your hands on your hips like that? Because I like that movie a lot.
But I don't
So-
approve of myself.
So basically, she comes out of school, and Max is there with Jude. It's Thanksgiving break, and Max has invited Jude over to his place for Thanksgiving.
Have we seen his dad like at all? Like, do we know what's going on with that? Are they just
Jude's
living
dad?
together? Like, what's the deal?
No, he just let him stay in the janitor's headquarters.
Are they just
That's it.
hashing it out at all times, or like what's
No,
going
Jude
on?
actually does mention, he goes like, he did invite me for Thanksgiving, but I thought it'd be kind of awkward or something like that. I forget.
What do you
Yeah,
mean?
'cause
You fucking came on a goddamn boat to find him, to be with him,
Well,
and now when he
no,
invites you to
it
hang
wasn't-
out,
Also, Dad has a line earlier on that's very dramatic for this very small role, where he basically is like, "But Jude, please, I have a family." Like, there is that line,
There
and
is,
so
yeah.
I guess maybe that's why he didn't go to Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Well, he
'Cause
does. So
I
Jude
put-
does say that he doesn't go to America to like be with his dad. He goes to America and he says, "I'm here so that
So
the
you
other
know.
one knows we exist." Basically,
Right.
he's just there so that they both know that both of them
okay,
exist in
but
the world.
he
And
is
that's it.
staying with him.
No, he. I think he just
It's
like let him
unclear.
stay one night or something, and now he's staying at the frat with Max. Like,
Yeah,
Yuck.
I'll as you know how I play a really small role in that thing we're talking up. We're doing the same thing with that role. He's
No,
very
there's
unimportant.
many holes. Many holes. Why is he allowed to stay in America for so long?
well, he's an
No.
illegal immigrant.
They get into
So
that.
what is his plan?
Well, just wait.
But I have questions.
Stop it. Okay.
I'll just vocalize that I haven't drank in a very long time, and so I'm feeling a little drunk. And also, I'm like in my family home, and I'm feeling stressed because I'm a little drunk, and also anybody could walk in any minute. So we'll go with that as it happens. I'm sure it will,
Okay.
but we'll see.
You're a
But I
little
hope it
stressed.
does.
Are you not allowed to podcast at home?
Whoa, this is a big no-no.
Shut the fuck up. There's a rule here.
No podcasting
Yeah, you
in
see
the
me,
family house.
I'm like under a towel. And don't
Yeah.
say-
Nothing's going on, Mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
this
there's
is a
an
prayer
awkward-
house.
There's an awkward family dinner at Thanksgiving because
As is always Hayden's family
Max is a
dinners.
fuck up. Max is a
Horrible.
fuck up.
It's a
And
passive.
his father is all like, "I pay a lot for you to go to that school," and he's like,
that's
"Damn it, what are you
sad.
gonna do with your life, Max?"
It's the dialogue is as bad as that reenaction. It's literally.
Oh, wow.
I'm really starting to dislike this movie. It's really like Max is sitting at the table, and the dialogue is just like, "Yeah, what are you going to do with your life? I don't need what. Maybe it's not about what I do, but what about who I am? Like that's some of the dialogue.
That's
stuff
literally
like that.
But who you are is about what you do. I mean, if
That's
we're being
literally
real.
like some of the dialogue you just made it up, and that's what is in the movie.
That's what's
well, I
happening.
mean,
yeah.
it's factual.
yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. And then Jude's in the middle of this fight, and then Max and Lucy's
Jude
parents are
like interjects.
no,
Yeah, yeah.
but they're like,
Well,
Jude,
no,
what do you
he
think?
Oh,
Yeah.
sucks.
And Jude's like,
I hate when-
I don't know.
Yeah, he's
I
like,
don't
"Surely
know."
it's not what you do, but how you do it."
Aren't you charming? And they're like, no, we're fighting as a family, and you're
Also,
marrying
he
with
like is
Get
wearing.
the fuck out of our
He's
house.
like got tucked in white like dress shirt with like a tie and like a black vest, but like
Yeah.
ruffled. He's
Very
cool British guy.
fucking British.
He's very charming. As
Yeah.
unlike
Sure.
most he is, he's very, very charming.
As
yeah.
I think it's just the accent, though. Do you guys think you're getting confused by the accent? And you're just like, oh my god, he's so
probably am.
charming, and it's
Yeah.
like,
I'm getting
no,
mixed signals from the accent.
it's just an accent.
Yeah,
I bet
so
you if
after
we
dinner-
went,
Oh,
okay, sorry.
you know what to say it. No, I want to hear it.
I was just saying, maybe if we went to the UK, they'd be like, oh my god, you guys are just so goofy. And it would just
Probably.
be the accent. Like, we would just say fat. Like, we'd be the smartest fucking people ever. And they'd be like, you're so goofy.
You're so cute.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
Anyways,
But we
whatever.
all have like Newfie accents, right?
I don't know. Yeah, to
To
them,
everyone else? I
probably.
don't
Yeah,
know.
100%. Yeah, absolutely. Closest thing would be Minnesota.
Yeah.
Go on. Carry on.
All right.
This is a long movie, by the way.
Yeah.
We're not even close to like
it's a 2-hour movie. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Strap in. But a lot of it we can just skip. Like there's like 30 minutes that's just kind of
I can definitely stop interjecting
That's
as
true.
much.
Yeah, they like
No. Just saying, it's like there's a lot of bullshit in this movie anyway.
it is.
It
Like this next
sounds
stuff
pretty
is bullshit.
dumb.
Basically, Jude and Lucy
Everything's awful.
have a conversation for the first time, and then they go
Who,
bowling
how, why,
all together.
Wait,
Well, no, we
say
don't
it
need
again.
to get into that. We're gonna skip through that. That's the
No, but
part
how
we're
do
gonna
they
skip through.
meet? What the fuck
No,
are you
'cause
saying? You
she's
can't
Max-
skip that
she's
shit.
Max's sister. So
Yeah,
she's
she's
at
Max's
Thanksgiving.
sister.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
You didn't say that.
You
Sorry,
didn't
yeah.
say that.
Yeah.
No,
So we
no.
discovered that
Well,
Lucy is.
Fuck you
Hey, if that
guys.
wasn't such an accurate impression of Will, I would be very upset with you right now. Very rude.
Okay, listen. So she's at this family Thanksgiving, and she's also part of this confrontation.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we skipped over. So
You
Max
guys are
picks her up from
assholes, and you didn't
school.
fucking tell me any of
No,
this shit.
Max picks her up
This is
from
the end of the
school,
movie.
and that's how we.
Oh my
that's how we know.
god.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Jude
Because she's
basically.
small.
What?
Small. She's tiny.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know
Small,
what that
being
means.
like
I
young.
don't know
She's
how
I
to
don't
an
know.
answer it.
average. Oh yeah, she's young,
Okay.
but like 18.
That's why he would pick her up, though. Because she's not old enough to drive, actually. So she's probably
Oh,
14.
presumably.
Yeah. Also, it's the 60s. She's an 18-year-old girl. I don't know.
She's a
they're
14-year-old
driving, yeah.
child. So.
That's
what I'm
You're making her
thinking.
younger every time. You're like, she's 9.
She's 7 years
Her
old.
boyfriend's in the army and she's 9. That's
Yeah.
gross.
It is unacceptable.
Wait,
But actually, realistically, they sent them 14-year-olds. Am I right?
Not in the 60s.
No, but they wanted to join. Did they not? They wanted to fake it till they made it? And they
I don't know.
faked
I'm
it?
not going to pretend I know anything about that at
I know
all.
nothing.
No, you just haven't seen it.
oh.
Sure, we'll say that. All right, so they're all at this dinner table. It's fucking awkward, and
Well, they talk after just Jude and Lucy, just
Oh.
like outside their house.
yeah, we're skipping. Sorry.
Yeah, but they talk and then they're like, they have a little charming conversation where he's like complimenting her teeth because British people have shitty teeth. So he's like,
Is his teeth shitty?
American. No, his teeth are fine. So,
Okay.
No, he goes into like pretty crude detail though about like he's actually very rude to other English people. He's like, you've got nice teeth. English people have got teeth like this. And it's
I mean,
really
it's
horrible.
not false.
It's not nice. It makes him more. I'm getting more and more upset about this.
Have you watched Austin Powers?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
you're right.
he's very British.
You're right.
I
eat
love
these
those
strawberries at the
movies.
bottom of my glass now.
Yeah. So then they skip. They all like go to a bowling alley, and it's all to the song "I've Just Seen a Face."
Which is a great cover. It's one of the ones.
This is
I
a
like
good
better than the
cover. This is a
original.
good
It's
one, yeah.
really
You guys
good.
could
Yeah.
sing it because I don't know it at all.
I've just
I've
seen a
just
face.
seen a
I can't
face.
forget the time or place.
where we just
Well, it's a
actually
fast
just-
one. Okay, never mind. Forget it.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it.
it's a-
Please don't sing it.
It's a quick one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're bowling, and then they're sliding on the bowling alley, which I'm pretty sure the bowling alley employees are like, "What the fuck are you doing?" That's
It's
like
the same. It's the same
$10,000
caretaker. from
That
Seven
happens
Days
all
a
the
Day.
time.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, fuck again.
It's
But he's
it's
basically
dad,
Jude's
yeah.
basically singing about that now he's falling in love with Lucy. Very quick. They had a single conversation.
Ew.
Yeah,
What a
it's not-
fucking
it's not
gross
gonna well
guy.
thought out.
Yeah. And then Max is
Ew.
all like, because Max basically says he's going to drop out of school at dinner, but I think he's already done that. Like, so he's all like, Jude's like, well, what are you going to do? And and then Max is like, well, let's go to New York City. And then they just drive off to New York City later
cool.
on that night. And
Sweet.
Max is like, she's got a boyfriend, and Jude's like, oh, I've got a girlfriend.
Yeah,
Which again,
Ew.
he's a shitty guy.
Yeah, he's a bad dude. It's the first time I was watching it today where I was like, oh, he's a bad guy. Yeah, he literally says it like that. He's like, that's okay. I've got a girlfriend. And you're like,
Ew. That shit literally fucking drives me nuts. I cannot stand
yeah,
motherfuckers like that.
That's the protagonist of the film.
Yeah, this is the guy you're supposed to love.
He says it exactly like that. I've got a girlfriend. It's all right. He's like all smarmy about it.
Yeah.
I would shit down his throat so that he didn't have to do
Open wide, Jude. Why?
bitch.
I'm gonna
Like fuck
shit
that
down your
guy.
throat.
Ew.
That's all right. I've got a girlfriend.
Ew.
Yeah, he says it like that. It's not like I'm not a great impressionist, but that's a pretty.
No, that was
accurate
pretty
example.
good. I
That's how he
think.
said that. That's how he said that. These strawberries taste like gin.
Meh.
Well, also, this
What
is
a
the first
fucking
when they're
dick.
driving to New York. This is the first example of this movie utilizing like 3D animation
Also,
very
hold on.
badly. I don't know. It's
Hey,
very
hold
weird.
on, hold on.
What?
Can I say, if I had a friend and they were interested in my brother, my first instinct wouldn't be to like, oh, well, he has a girlfriend. It'd be like, that's my fucking brother, bro. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I'm surprised that Max wasn't like, yo, that's my sis. Instead,
Also,
he
she's
was
in
like,
high school, you
yo.
weirdo.
And also, she's like 7. Yeah, fucking.
Well, Max was also
She's
asking.
one.
Max was also
She
like
was
hitting
born-
on high schoolers when he was picking up his sister. So he's
Ew,
also skeezy.
Oh yeah, you're right. He does. He
ew.
said something like, "When did Rita get tits?" or something
Yeah.
gross like that.
Ew.
It's gross. Yeah,
That's
he's
actually disgusting.
yeah.
What
It's
the
pretty.
fuck, man? But
Yeah,
has anything changed in 2020? No, it's
No,
not.
probably not.
Sadly,
No.
yet.
Except I think now more people would be like, "That's gross, man."
Yeah, and more people are like,
I mean,
what the
people-
fuck's
people
wrong
be
with
like,
you, Max?
I
got
guess
some stuff
so.
you gotta-
I guess so. It still happens though.
They're going to New York. They arrive in New
New
York.
Yuck
They're like,
shitty.
they're like walking up this giant apartment building, and like Jude is all tired from walking up a bunch of stairs, and he's like, "I'm not living here." That's what he says.
Asshole.
Yeah,
He gets more English every
yeah.
scene. By the end, it's really
I'm
hard to
not
understand
living
him. Yeah. He's also a pirate.
Yeah, and they are looking at an apartment owned by a singer named Sadie.
Yeah, Sadie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because there's a Beatles song called "Sexy Sadie."
Yeah, there is.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Does Max get with Sadie? He totally does, and they get free
No.
rent for a month. Boom,
But they
baby.
But Max and Jude do this gross thing where they like look at her, talk to her, and then they look at each other and they're like, "Haha, she's a little older, but she's so hot." That's what they do.
Yeah.
It's really gross.
And older.
How
as in
much is
what?
a
She's
little
probably
older,
like
18?
35.
She's maybe mid-30s, like Max.
By
She's like
their
really-
standards.
But for
Yeah.
them, they're like, she's an old lady, but hot. You're like, she's like maybe 2 months older than you.
And like, this is a big apartment with a bunch of rooms. It's kind of like the Bohemian New York, height of Bohemian
Literally,
New York in the 60s.
All of it is Bohemian New York. Let's be real. Everyone's fucking struggling.
But yeah, this is what this apartment. It's all run down, and there's other people, mostly like musicians and artists, living there.
Yeah, like people passing through. And she's
sounds
like
about
an
right.
aspiring singer. And she's the one who at the beginning of the movie, when we heard Helter Skelter, that's her singing it.
That's her.
Wow.
Yeah, she's got like she's supposed to be like a Janis Joplin.
Like
That's what
Yeah.
she's.
cool.
Yeah. I didn't
Yeah.
mean to do that. I was just going.
I know. I exaggerated it.
Yeah, so she's supposed to be like Janis Joplin type character.
Also got a rockin' voice.
oh yeah,
she's so
well,
good.
of course.
super gruff.
She's real good. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. Is it?
Oh, that's yeah. Told you with a family house. There you go. Hmm. Yeah, keep going. Probably. No, there we go.
Keep
Sounds like it's done. Yeah, we might just have to be okay with that.
I gotta
Sorry.
keep that in.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
There we
by
go.
all means, he was calling for the family dog.
that's
I think he said,
That's
"Did
what I
anybody
heard.
see Rosie, who's the family dog?"
Yeah.
Ooh, unfortunate. I hope they find Rosie. Hashtag find Rosie.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gone.
So they're like super excited. They're like, we're living the dream, and they like go look out the window, and they're like, we're the best city on earth. And then the shot
They see
is
someone
actually
shit on the sidewalk, and they're like, "Yeah, accurate."
Kinda. Yeah.
Well,
You're
that's
like,
New
"This is
York for ya."
amazing." And you're like, "Oh, maybe not."
It's literally New York. Every white girl's dream of New York is crushed immediately.
Yeah, they get there and they step out of the taxi. They're like, "This is amazing." And then some guy like pushes them down on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
You're like, "Oh, this sucks." There's a puddle and it's not nice. Maybe it's pee.
So-
it would be.
The shot, it's kind of a weird shot. It made me think, it's not weird. It's like, it's basically the next door apartment building. That's all their view is. And it's just like
Some
dude
guys smoking.
sitting out the window. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Classic.
my thought was like, maybe they just didn't have the CGI budget to make a 1960s New York skyline.
Yeah, honestly. But they had this budget to do all this other shitty like 3D modeling and weird. Also, a lot of it isn't 3D. A lot of it, like very typical Julie Taymor, though, everybody's just like wearing weird masks. Whenever there's like a sequence where people are getting high, it's just a bunch of people in masks come out and do like a dance time.
True.
Oh, really?
Like
it's very
weird.
King. Yeah.
It's very I literally was watching it with my partner. I was like, every mask that Julie Taymor has ever like had a hand in designing looks the same. I showed her the mask from The Lion King on Broadway. I showed her the mask from fucking Spider-Man on Broadway, which is a terrible show to begin with. Every mask looks the same. It's like a weird big chin. Yeah.
Maybe she likes big chins.
She's into it.
Yeah.
Could be.
That's exactly.
And then
I don't know.
So the next is very sad scene. Next is a very sad scene.
Yeah.
This is actually a really powerful scene. So
it's actually really good. Yeah.
We cut to a little boy. Well, we hear a little boy singing "Let It Be."
Children. No.
Very slow. And it's the streets of Detroit, and it's during the 1961, 62, 63. No. I forget.
I don't know.
It's 62, I believe, the 62 Detroit race riots.
What?
We see.
I thought you meant drag race at first.
Yeah, so we see all these people in New York like running away from armed, like basically like the military, I think, and they're like shooting people. And there's this little boy singing "Let It Be" like by a car. So this montage is split between this little boy, that like situation, and then Lucy finding out that her boyfriend Daniel was killed in the Vietnam War. Yeah.
Take a moment for Daniel.
But I mean, she's like 7, so how long could they have possibly been dating?
She's 3 months old, so it doesn't phase her at all.
Yeah,
she
has no concept of grief.
She's like, I'm hungry right now.
She was fuck her. She was literally hanging out with another guy and probably like
she was just hanging out.
She's not into Jude yet. I don't think.
Listen, was it just the two of them?
Not bowling. All of them went bowling.
Yeah,
they just were talking after dinner in her house because he's there. You know? Okay.
Because when a boy and a girl just hang out, there's no way that they're just friends. One of them will have ulterior motives every time. Guaranteed.
You're taking the themes of When Harry Met Sally to heart, I think.
It impacted me a lot. So yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
It's true.
Well, so
it's true fact.
This montage is very powerful because the song is sung by this little boy, and then also I forget the singer's name.
It's just like it's a gospel choir though.
Yeah, but it's the main woman is who's the singer.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's amazing, and they're singing at this little boy's funeral. Basically, the little boy gets killed. We don't see it happen, but he gets killed.
Yeah, it's really it's a really.
Oh my god!
Really, yeah. So there's two funerals happening. Actually. This funeral in a church in Detroit where they're burying this little boy, as well as then Daniel's funeral with Lucy.
I don't care about Daniel.
Yeah,
that's
exactly what you feel when you're watching it. You're like, fuck off with Daniel. Go back to the other thing.
The little boy.
The other thing is so
he had
poignant.
So much.
I mean, if we're gonna get into like imagery and what it means, it's like the grieving and the horror of both the race riots in the 60s as well as the Vietnam War and the toll it took. And it's kind of like juxtaposing those two images, I guess. But also, you're kind of like, we care more about the little boy than
obviously young people.
Dumb Daniel.
Young, right?
That's his name.
Young.
Dumb Daniel.
Dumb Daniel. Yeah, because there's young, which is Daniel, and then there's young, which is little boy. And it's like, that's way more devastating, you know?
Yeah.
It's sad. It's
like,
a sad scene.
Young was like, you got to like do your stupid shit. Young didn't even get to understand what stupid shit was.
But
and every time
purpose. Wait, you go.
What? No. I was just gonna say, every time they show in the Daniel funeral part, it just cuts to Evan Rachel Wood crying. It's just so much Evan Rachel Wood crying, and I'm like, just enough. Move it away. Go back to the other thing. Other thing feels more important.
No.
Well, the other thing, the reason for the other thing is that they're all burying, when everyone kind of puts in their own shovel of dirt in the grave at the boy's funeral. We see a man put dirt and it kind of goes on his face. And then we're introduced to this character whose name is Jojo. And we kind of see him get on a bus afterwards, after this funeral, carrying a guitar case on his way to New York City because he's like a musician.
Where did this funeral take place then? Sorry?
In Detroit.
Is it
Oh,
Detroit?
right.
But then the guy who I guess is this little boy's older brother?
Yeah, this is his older brother.
Then gets on a bus or something to New York. He's like, I'm going to follow my dreams now. I guess is the segue.
Yeah. Well, he says something similar. I'll say the line when we get to it.
And then what? And then we're just back in New York?
New York City, baby.
There is so he gets into New York, and this is when we see Joe Cocker.
Oh, it's
his
such
big cameo.
a good scene.
Yeah. He plays 3 different characters in this scene. Did you know that?
Yeah. He's singing Come Together.
Yeah, so he's singing, Joe Cocker's singing Come Together, which is his big famous cover of this song.
It's so
good. In his Joe Cocker way, like dancing and fucking
flailing
freaking
around.
out.
It's so cool. It's so good.
Yeah,
it's so good.
Jojo comes down the escalator at the bus station, and Joe Cocker's there as like a homeless guy singing Come Together with his fingers.
He sings it with his fingers.
He does. He's like,
excuse me? Can you elaborate?
Yeah, he's got little tiny mouths on his fingers. No, but this song is underscoring JoJo's journey to New York. So he goes further and further, and it's this guy singing Come Together.
And then Joe Cocker also is dressed as a pimp.
And then also a hippie, I think.
And a hippie, yes.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty rad cover. It's just objectively a good cover.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then JoJo walks by basically it's called Rat Magazine. The worst name for a magazine. I don't know why it's called that.
Or the best name. It's for that grungy. Is it American or? It's like an underground grunge newspaper. Exactly. It's communist newspaper sort of thing. Don't be stupid. That's the best name.
And Jude walks in, and we find out suddenly that I guess Jude's an artist. Jude actually can draw.
Yeah, it hasn't mattered until now.
He has a skill.
They haven't brought it up till now, but he's getting a job as like an artist for this magazine. So he'll do drawings and like illustrations and whatnot.
And JoJo walks by a sign to audition as a guitarist, right?
Yeah, audition as a guitarist for Sadie's band. Also, something I didn't realize, I just noticed this time around, is JoJo is about to walk into the street during the song, and then Joe Cocker, as the hippie, like pulls him off the street, and he almost gets hit by a taxi, and then the taxi driver is Max.
Right. So we learned Max is a taxi driver,
which I didn't even notice. I didn't even realize, because actually before this, like I noticed that the last time I watched it, I was like, what is Max even doing this whole time?
I noticed it for the first time today too when I rewatched it.
I was like, oh, he's driving the taxi, so he's driving cab.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah,
probably not that profitable, but fair.
And then JoJo's playing guitar for Sadie, and he's like amazing. So Sadie hires him, and it also brings him to live into the apartment. So now JoJo's in the apartment. Also, JoJo is again supposed to be kind of like a Jimi Hendrix type character.
Also, this guy's also got a wicked voice.
Yeah, he's a good singer.
So good. He doesn't have a big enough part in this movie at all.
No, not at all. But so they're now all live together, and they're all hanging out in the apartment.
Yeah.
And Jude is talking to JoJo, and he's like, what is it? And then JoJo says something like, man, music is the only thing that makes sense anymore.
Yeah, something cool and artsy.
Because times are fucked.
Yeah, because his old bro died.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's, fair enough.
And then suddenly, who fucking opens up the window and comes crawling in from the window?
Prudence comes in through the bathroom window.
Why the fuck is she there, man?
I'm telling you, none of anything makes sense in the movie from her. They were like, again, they just wanted a character named Prudence. So they
cool.
threw her in.
Also, I gotta throw it back. So the first reference to Maxwell's silver hammer is when they first meet Sadie in the apartment, and Sadie's like, well, you boys look clean cut, though you might have killed your grandmother with a hammer. That's the first reference to.
Is that a lyric?
Well, no, Maxwell's silver hammer, but that's like the first reference to that song.
I didn't even put two and two together.
Yeah, so
what
that's
a
the first
strange line. It's not even a lyric in the song.
No, it's not, but it's a reference to Max could have killed someone with a hammer.
But also, what a weird thing to say to a stranger.
It
No,
is.
100%.
You look clean cut, but in addition to that, semicolon, you could have killed your grandmother with a hammer. There's
But yeah,
no-
rent from me.
But yeah,
I trust
in
you.
what context do you say that to a person?
Well, they're all bohemian drug doing,
No,
careless
no.
hippies.
I
in the
don't.
60s.
I don't
think you say that.
justifies that.
Listen, last time I was in New York, no, that's not true. Not the last time, but the time
Was it
before the last time.
1960? No.
No, but I was living the true boho lifestyle, trying to make some shit work, living on a couch in the venue we were working out of. So let me tell you, that's not something you say. You try to be more uppity than that.
All right. Okay. I believe you.
That bitch doesn't know what she's talking about.
But yeah, Prudence comes in through the bathroom window, which, as
Which
Hayden
is the
mentioned before, is
Title
the
of a song.
title
So
of the
weird.
song. Sorry.
And it's basically like they gave her this like weird. I'm mad at what they did with this character because they didn't give her anything to do. She's very interesting. The actor's very good. She has a beautiful voice. And they like gave her all this interesting, deep shit that they just never explore. She comes
Yeah.
into the bathroom window. They're like, why did you come into our home, total stranger, through a window?
And in New York.
And in New York. And she's just like, oh, you basically just discover within like 3 lines of dialogue that she was staying with some guy who like hit her because she has a
Yeah,
black
because she's
eye.
got a big bruise. Yeah.
And
Okay.
it's horrible. And it's like, she's very believable. And then they're just like, oh, okay, I guess you stay here now. Like, it's weird what they do with this character.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Sadie comes in who like owns the property or who's whatever. And she's just like, who's this person? And they're like, she came in through the bathroom window, which is the name of a song. And then that's the end of the scene.
As we established.
It's really,
What
it's
the
a
fuck?
terribly written film. And I'm growing
I'm so
to
mad.
dislike it more and more.
You hate it
Yeah.
now.
I should
mad.
have never agreed to unpack this film with you.
I'm
It was
mad.
fun, and now it's bad.
So now on the flip side, Lucy back home, she like graduates and she wants to go and like live with Max and Jude in the city for the summer.
Sure.
Like, and her mom's like, oh, he hangs out with delinquents, or I don't know what she says.
She's right.
Yeah. Her mom
Yeah.
doesn't approve, but she goes anyway and promises her mom she's not going to smoke drugs.
Sure. But
and
she
then
does.
Promptly smokes drugs.
Immediately.
And then promptly smokes drugs. That's what the movie's about, is that if you want drugs, you can get them in New York.
Or
That's what the
anywhere, I'm
whole-
sure.
Yeah.
More
Yeah.
easily in New York, but
Yeah. So then like they're at the bar watching Sadie and her band and JoJo play, and like Jude and Lucy are kind of making eyes.
sorry,
And
can we
Jude is-
backtrack? Can I just share like how literally easy it is to get drugs in New York? Because
Yeah, please.
when Jake visited me when I was living in New York, literally we're walking down the street and he just asked somebody, he's like, "Hey man, do you have a cigarette that I could like buy off you?" And the guy was like, "Nah, but I got that crack and weed dough." Literally. First person we asked.
Crack and weed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like,
Okay.
instead of offering a cigarette,
That's
he was
crack
like,
weed.
"That
Yeah, I
crack
got
and
some of
weed
that crack
dough."
weed.
And he
I
was
just
like,
wouldn't know what to
I
say,
bet
I don't
instead.
think. I'd be like, okay, well,
No.
Yeah, it was just like, "Oh,
Thank
no
you.
thanks, man." And he's like,
No,
Moved
I want
on.
a cigarette, damn it.
but yeah, I'm just.
I get scared of, I think I have like a weird, it's like my thing I need to get over, but like I get scared whenever somebody approaches me on the street, anybody, like could be anybody. I've had people approach me and try and like offer me things before, and I don't even, like a pamphlet or whatever, and I don't know. My impulse is always to be like, "No, thank you, sir." Like I'm like, not today, sir. I'm okay. And then I like walk away like in the 20s. I like hop on a bicycle, like a bike with a big wheel in the front. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Like I'm scared they're going to attack me. So I try and be really polite, which is it's like my own weird thing that I have to get over for sure.
An
Yeah.
1890s British.
Be
Yeah,
more
"No,
alpha.
thank you, sir. Not today." Pamphlet about Christianity. No, thank you, sir.
I do like that though. I hope that's how you do address all those situations.
Yeah, they're like, "Why do you keep touching your forehead?" I'm like, "It's a hat. I'm not."
I'm miming.
Yeah, I went to theater school. That's the whole thing.
So
Sorry.
Jude and Lucy kind of like leave the club and they're like talking, and Jude was there with a girl, but she's just a girl. She's not his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Just
I mean, he has a girlfriend, so
yeah.
I've got
he says it in his
girlfriend.
yeah. She's a friend who's a
What a
girl.
gross
That's
guy.
what he says.
Ew.
In
Got
his
Fucking hate
3
smarmy.
girlfriends. He's just collecting girlfriends the whole
Yeah.
movie.
I fucking
That's
hate this guy.
14
Yeah.
girlfriends.
We find out that Lucy's having a good time, but she has a letter that came for Max. It's super serious.
From
And you've
Max?
already said this. No,
No,
it came
it's
for
for
Max.
Max. She brought it
It
from
came
home.
for
Oh.
Max at home. She brought
Okay.
it to New York with her,
Yeah,
and we find out they're at Katz's Delicatessen.
sure.
How do you know
And-
this detail?
Oh, because we watched it the other night, and it's like the
I
famous
watched
deli.
it today.
It's the famous When Harry Met Sally deli, you know?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, is it? I forgot.
Where
Sorry.
she does the orgasm scene. Anyway,
Yeah.
they're sitting in there, and it turns out the letter's the draft letter for the Vietnam War. So Max is being called to go to the
Oh,
draft offices to get
so
like
this is the
examined and make
brother.
sure he's fit to
Yeah.
go to war. Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And he burns it, and they're all giving
He
him
gets all
advice.
mad about it.
Yeah, they all give him advice like, you could go to Canada, and he's like, it's Canada.
Oh, fuck you, Max. Canada's
Yeah.
fucking sick.
Which also is hilarious because if he would have gone to Canada, he would have had a way better time.
Wicked ass time.
The movie ends for him in a real not great way. And it's just, it's like, you're like, could have gone.
He
You
definitely
what's
dies.
There's even a guy, I think at one point there's a guy who's just like, Montreal's kind of cool. I think that's a
Yeah.
line in the movie, right?
He is, yeah.
You go to Montreal. The guy's like,
And then
"No,
they're like,
fuck
yeah, but
Montreal."
they speak French there. And then the woman's like, so learn French or die.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then
like,
he
what a
chooses
fucking
to
idiot.
die, basically. That's
Yeah.
not a spoiler. He doesn't die. That's a spoiler.
He
doesn't
definitely
die.
fucking dies. Oh, he
No, he
doesn't?
doesn't.
No.
He doesn't.
Whoa.
Mm.
He gets his fucking legs cut off from a mine, I'm
Jesus.
sure.
No.
And then he
No, he
can't contribute to society. And because he lives in New York, he's a bum.
No,
And because
this
he was
isn't
a
born
war
on the 4th
vet,
of July.
he's an extra bum
Yeah,
because they
none of
won't
that
give
happens,
them
but
money.
You were so pumped about that happening, though.
I'm just saying that's
Oh.
real fucking life, man.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah, so he's all bummed that he's gonna have to go, and well, he's not. He
Oh,
has to
yeah,
go to
I'd
the
be bummed
office
too.
first.
Oh,
But,
shit. Not the
There's a whole
office.
scene where Lucy sings "If I Fell" by
It's
the
boring.
Beatles.
That's a boring
Yeah.
Like,
part.
what is the
But
premise?
basically, it's Lucy and Jude falling in love, and basically they like
Gross.
Yeah,
she's
that's
falling for
boring.
him. She's
She's
singing
12.
it. They're at the apartment partying.
None of the Evan
and
Rachel
whatnot.
Wood parts are interesting.
No.
I like those songs. I'm least interested in all of those.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
it's
Nobody
not
likes
the
love
greatest.
stories.
Yeah.
And
person
Jude,
puts
too.
on a
I'm
movie-
bored with all of them.
I'm bored.
And they
You
dance.
came in loving this movie. And
Listen, I'm going to
now-
tell you 10 reasons why this movie sucks.
Oh man.
Yeah, the main characters
That's
are very
funny.
boring.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I needed to learn.
So they fall in love, they have sex that night or whatever.
She's
Max-
12.
She's one, and Max walks in, which is weird. Like after in the morning,
No.
in the morning, and
That's
he's cool with
disgusting.
it.
Ew, what the fuck is wrong with him?
He walks in the
Okay.
morning, and he's all.
It's because he has bleached hair and eyebrows, I'm sure.
No, he walks in. They're nude in the bed, and he's just. And
Ew.
they're like Max, and he's just like. Don't you remember? I'm going to war today, like a big baby. Like he doesn't even care that his
Ew.
friend and his sister are sleeping. He's like, don't you remember
Ew.
war? Yeah, he gets all weird about it, like a baby.
I'm going
I
to
think
war.
she graduated high school. I assume that let's just assume she's 18 because that's
She
what
did not. You
movies
guys,
do.
she was in fucking elementary school before. Am I right?
No,
Like,
she wasn't. She was in high
what?
school.
No fucking way. I
Okay, she
swear.
graduated high school, and that's why she's living in New York for the summer.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
And is
you're
that
right.
is
You're
now
right.
the
You're
part
right.
where
You're right.
he
So no, she'd be 17 max.
No,
Max is her
she can
brother.
be 18. 18-year-olds graduate high school.
Actually, I think they did have the 5th year. I think you're right. She
I
might
turned
be
18 when
18.
I turned 18 the summer after I graduated high school. So
Yeah.
we're
Just
good.
calm down. Just calm down.
Is that the part where now he gets drafted?
Yeah, well, yeah, he goes to the office, and it's this crazy choreographed
It's
scene.
so good.
Yeah, it's a good
really
scene.
good.
To
Why?
I want you.
I want you. Don't. And it's like Uncle Sam singing to him. It's pretty fun.
I know.
I
I
want you so
you to want me.
No, it's not that one. Yeah. It's exactly.
It's him
I
and
don't
Uncle
know what
Sam
song
doing
you're
like a
talking
cute
about.
duet.
I need you to need me.
It's a good scene though.
Yeah.
Highly recommend.
Yeah. And then that's like, that song is like, I want you brackets, she's so heavy bracket. That's the song title.
Yeah.
And they get to the part where they're like,
I hate when they do that. Just fucking decide what you want the
heavy.
title to be. Am I right?
Yeah.
What's with these
Bitches.
parentheses? Yeah. And so basically that song is a lot of time because he gets drafted and then he gets examined and then he's in
No, but war. He's not in war. That's what's weird about it. No, it's just kind of a stylized scene where all these recruits in their underwear are carrying the Eiffel Tower.
You're right.
Not the Eiffel Tower, sorry, the Statue of Liberty.
It's very confusing. It's the Eiffel Tower. They're carrying the CN Tower. That was a strange choice.
I wish. I want some Canadian representation.
Is that the Rogers Center? That's strange.
That'd be fucking amazing. Is that Drake?
Yeah.
Yeah, weird. Strange choice for 2007.
So so they're like he gets drafted. They're like, yeah, you're fit to fight in the war. But he hasn't gone to war yet. This hasn't happened yet, but he is fit to fight. And then the song sort of ends with JoJo singing to Sadie, I want you, kind of slower, and they're dancing, and we see they're getting together. They're like a couple now, Sadie movie, and JoJo.
I'm going to give you a reason why this movie sucks. Because everybody there's no explanation. Everybody's just falling in love all the time. That's it.
Except for Max, really.
Max has a weird scene with many Salma Hayeks later.
What happened?
Yes, that is Salma Hayek, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like 7 Salma Hayek nurses.
It is.
Shut
I was like,
Salma
Hayek is like such a weird cameo. This is the end of the cameo.
You know what?
We'll get to it. Let's get to it later.
Yeah, okay, sorry.
So they're singing, and then Jude and Lucy look at the window and see Prudence like singing it as well, but like looking at Sadie. So Prudence is in love with Sadie too.
Again, her only character development is that she's just like,
wait, Sadie and JoJo. It's a now Prudence and Sadie.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not queer, I guess, but I'm just like, I feel like it's a boring way to deal with the only queer character in that movie. I'm like, that feels disappointing. That's all they gave her to do. She's not in the movie.
Unrequited love the whole time, basically.
I'm like, I don't know. She's cool. She's so cool. Why can't we see more of that?
Wait.
Yeah, it's weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, so basically, she's all sad. So she locks herself in a closet. Now, I think this is also a scene we see in the apartment. Sadie walks in a room and Max is hammering on a fan or something.
Yeah.
He's like hitting a fan with a hammer, and that's the second reference to Maxwell's silver hammer. Is him hitting something with a hammer. So you're like, we've got too many references to that song. We're good.
Yeah, no, we're done with that song.
Prudence locks herself in a closet. She's in the closet.
It's all boring. I'm bored with all these choices.
And to get to coax her out of the closet, they all sing "Dear Prudence" again, just to get that song in.
I'm disappointed talking about it.
And they all sing it, and she ends up happy, comes out of the closet, and then they're marching in a parade, and it's like an anti-Vietnam War parade, anti-war parade in the middle of the streets. And this is where then we're kind of introduced to this leader of a kind of a communist anti-war resistance group that Lucy suddenly becomes a part of, that she really
she really takes to this anti-war thing, and then she gets kind of cozy with the leader of the revolution there, and then
that comes a little bit later, but that's kind of the start of this. But the big thing is, so Sadie has an agent who they all go to this party with Sadie, who's with this agent who's trying to convince her to have a solo career instead of being with her band. Yeah.
Okay.
But this party, they're all drinking pink punch that is definitely laced with LSD.
Yeah.
Got him.
Yeah. And like,
then,
this is
know?
This is like because
it's a big bowl of punch in the middle of the room, and then they're like, pink punch, and you're like,
And guess who our next two cameos are, Alenka? The first one you already mentioned. You already mentioned the person. The first one.
The Pink Panther. Yeah,
the Pink Panther.
The Pink Panther, and I forget who I don't know why Kate Hudson's name just popped in my head.
That's you know what? It would be shocking if you weren't right.
I'm going with final answer: the Pink Panther and Kate Hudson. Pop on in.
There you go.
The Pink Panther and Kate Hudson with a small cameo
William
by
Dafoe?
Droopy Dog.
By Droopy Dog.
Droopy Dog, Willem Dafoe. Yeah, they're all there at this party.
Yeah. I knew it.
Droopy Dog.
Donald Trump. I didn't say that. Drake. It's Drake. Is it Drake?
It's not. Yeah.
Okay.
2007 Drake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Isn't it Bono?
Well, the first cameo is Yoko Ono.
Oh.
Yeah.
Actual Yoko Ono?
Yeah, she's like
Shut up.
not actual. She doesn't play herself. But
is that her?
Yeah, that's her. That's her cameo in this movie.
No,
she's like the host of the party.
But it's the real Yoko Ono.
It's the real Yoko Ono. She's
as if she was
herself,
like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be in a British fucking movie because I ruined the Beatles.
That's what she says in the movie. That's her line.
Yeah.
Who else is the cameo?
So the second cameo is Bono.
And then there's a third cameo. I thought you were going to say the other one.
What's the other one?
When did I reference
At the end of the
Bono
scene? Then they go to the other camp?
Oh, no, I'm not.
When did I reference Bono?
No, you referenced Yoko Ono.
Oh. What does Bono sing?
So Bono plays Dr. Robert, which is another Beatles song. Who's supposed to be like this psychedelic
in real life? What does Bono
cult
sing?
leader, basically. Can you just like hold your damn fucking horses?
Sing, Bono, sing. Yeah.
He sings "I Am the Walrus," which is the title of his book.
Yeah, he plays like a weird spiritual leader. This is where like the next like 30 minutes of the movie is just kind
Makes
of
no
one
sense.
thing.
It's so fucking weird.
They're just everybody starts getting high and they're like,
they're it's all LSD trip. That's why the punch is full of LSD, because suddenly everything's all trippy. He's changing colors. They all end up on a fucking school bus.
Yeah,
while he's still singing the song.
Sure.
Yeah, driving out. The image
There's
is all
a
colorful
couch
and
on
weird.
the back of the bus. People are hanging off.
Yeah. They're all like, ooh, yeah, we're tripping out. They're all fucking floating around. And then they get to, I forget that, another doctor's place, another like transcendental spiritual doctor leader, another place, was it 3,000 miles away? Like, I don't know how far they drive, but they don't even know how they get there. Yeah. Like the rest of the characters are like, how do we even get here? Yeah, basically.
Nice.
What's the third cameo?
It's what's his name plays the second doctor.
Oh, really?
Eddie
Murphy.
Oh, is that supposed to be the other doctor?
Eddie Vedder.
I did not make that. Eddie Izzard, yeah. I did not make that connection.
He's this ringleader who does for the benefit of Mr. K.
But he's not supposed to be the other doctor, is he? I thought they just stumble upon this fucking circus. No, because they get to this other doctor's house and the guy's like, the doctor can't see you. And then he's like, we drove. Do you want to tell him how far we drove?
You're telling me that's just a random circus?
Yes, that's just a random scene.
You're telling me that's not the doctor? That's just a random guy in the middle of a field with masked people doing a circus?
Shut up.
We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that.
Shut
but basically,
the fuck up. Cults are scary as fuck.
Basically, Bono leaves.
Ew.
Because he's like, we're going to go back to California where they're from. And then the other guys are like, we're not from California. Also, we should mention just before that whole Bono scene, Prudence has like up and left. She like leaves the apartment.
She's like, I'm done with this movie. Fuck you guys. You aren't giving me enough backstory.
Yeah. She literally is like, I'm done with this whole movie. I haven't been given enough to do.
She's got to go find herself.
Okay.
But so they are all like out somewhere weird, but they end up stumbling upon this fucking circus tent in the middle of a field.
Yeah, I thought that was the other doctor. It's just a random guy.
That's just random. That's what makes this scene so fucking stupid.
It's all yuck. I wish I had never started unpacking this with you. Now I'm a little drunk and I'm tired and I'm just upset. Like turning into my grandfather. I'm just like, this movie's long and upsetting.
Or Bernie Sanders.
Yeah.
Well,
only
America's
1% of people like this film. I guess that's all I know about Bernie Sanders. He said 1%. Okay.
America's grandfather.
America's sweetheart, Bernie Sanders.
Or Kristen Dunst. You don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely a toss-up between the two of them, though.
So there's a big tent and there's a big song of is it called, what's it called? Yeah, The Benefit of Mr. Kite.
Yeah.
And that's Mr. Kite. Eddie Izzard plays Mr. Kite.
Who's just a guy?
Who's just a guy. He runs this circuit.
Circus?
Yeah.
That's in the middle of a field.
Yeah,
exactly. It's in a field, and there's all these Julie Taymor mask wearing blue people hanging out, and they're doing a dance, and it's.
You know what? I honestly,
say it. Tell me.
I'm gonna show you this scene because it is weird.
You don't even need to watch all of it. It literally, if you just watch like 30 seconds.
What is already going on? What the actual fucking shit is this bull?
Just watch until the
is that fucking Tin Man? Who are they? Who are the two like holding each other?
They're just
the actual fuck, man.
So you're telling me this isn't the Doctor? This is just another circus?
This is just a random circus. There's Eddie Izzard. That's Eddie Izzard.
Who are the two holding each other? Look at this. Hi guys, welcome to the circus. I have people here. This is the Blue Man Group. Welcome to the left side. Here is the thrusting now, and I'm gonna point to you. This is my silly bin.
Blue Man Group.
Yeah,
it looks like he has no neck.
Yeah.
This is 30
Dance
minutes
for
of the
me,
film.
Blue Man Group.
Yeah,
jump now, up and
film.
down. This literally looks like a Teletubby reenactment. Where they're just like, they're not dancing, they're just like jumpity jump.
It is. So
that's the fucked up thing I've most ever seen.
Yeah.
Let me rephrase. That's the most fucked up thing I've ever seen.
Both ways were good and we're right.
I will say though, this is one of my favorite covers in the movie. I think it's so weird and
what song is he singing?
For the benefit of Mr. Kite
by the Beatles, but he just speaks it.
No. Oh, is it by the Beatles? Is it by the fucking Beatles?
Way. Yes.
Sorry.
Well, now I'm not going to say anything.
All right, Will, take us home.
Well, yeah, so they do this scene, but the weirdest fucking, so they go into the tent, and then it's a giant green screen, very stylized, very Monty Python-esque, like animated half green screen bullshit thing where he's doing the song, which is about basically a big show that Mr. Kite puts on. That's the lyrics to the song, basically. And like, there's the
and now I've
Hendersons and they fly and they do.
It has little to do with the film.
It does, but the only reason they're there, I guess, is because suddenly, there's a bunch of like dancers and like people in masks, and one of these people who has a face painted and is wearing like a horse costume and is roller skating dancing is Prudence.
Stop! Are you kidding me?
My impulse was to be like, he's Jude's dad. He's back and he's into makeup and roller skates.
He found his true calling.
And Prudence's only line in this scene is everybody goes, "Hey, look, it's Prudence," and she literally just roller skates by and goes, "Hi, guys," and that's it. That's her.
That's
whole
the last
thing.
time
I'm
you
so
see her.
angry.
That's like basically the end. Last time you see her until the end of the film.
Yeah, basically.
And we're only like 15 minutes into this film now. There's still like 7 hours left.
Plow through this bullshit. I'm so mad.
It's stupid bullshit. They all leave the tent after the fucking like Mr. Kite blasts off.
He blasts up into space or something. Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. Are you kidding?
Yeah. Well, that's a line in the because like blasts off on a dragon with real fire. That's what he says.
Yeah.
Like, and then that's what happens at the end.
And
they all leave
I wish
the tent,
this was on fucking Netflix.
And then it fades out.
Send me the download.
I will. And then they fade in to them then in the grass singing
because
they imagined it all.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I don't even care anymore.
They're just all
don't tell me.
Singing about
just don't tell me what they sing anymore. I don't.
They're just singing because by the Beatles,
and it's long.
It's long, and they're all like, and then they're all underwater
Doing a
floating in
makeout
water,
naked time.
make it naked. Yeah.
I can't listen to this movie anymore.
Yeah.
You're a good Catholic.
I am. That's a movie, isn't it?
The Good Catholic? No,
Is
that's
it
the
not?
Good Shepherd.
I think it's The Good Catholic. I'm pretty sure it's a movie.
All right. I don't know.
Whatever.
Anyway, they're all floating underwater, making out. And
That's
then,
gross. Like
we
all
see
of them
it-
intermittently, like they're all having a makeout orgy, or
no,
is it
like
just the
Sadie
couples?
and JoJo are doing a makeout. Lucy and
Prudence and her
Jude.
girlfriend, because she has a girlfriend now. Prudence has a girlfriend.
Yeah,
that
because who
she
cares about
introduced.
her? She just all of a sudden
Yeah.
has a thing. Yeah, and then Max is alone, not making out with anybody. But he's the only one that's fully nude, floating in the water.
Yeah, Max is like floating, watching Lucy and Jude make out, and then he swims up to the surface. And then we see him break the surface, and then he looks up, and then it's like helicopter blades, and now he's in war. This is him going off to war, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God, there's still so much of this movie.
There's
How
still a lot.
long
There's
is
still a
this
lot.
movie?
It's a long movie.
Oh, strap in, I guess. It's a long movie.
So here we go.
End of film.
Yeah, that's
Good God.
that's the word.
Everyone dies. No, what happens after that?
Well, basically,
He goes.
it's basically the group falls fucking apart.
Already?
Lucy. Well, we can kind of fucking power through the rest of this, but Lucy starts protesting the war with her group, with her communist group.
Oh
and
yeah.
Jude-
Now she starts cozying up to that guy.
Yeah,
What
she's
guy?
not like cheating on her. He's just like she's just really inspired by him.
The leader of
But-
the like revolutionary
Yeah,
group.
yeah. But Jude is super jealous. He's
Yeah.
all
Sure.
super
Another
jealous.
reason why he's very unlikable in this film.
Yeah,
He doesn't even
Yeah.
ask her. He's not even like, are you
No.
interested in that guy? He just assumes she's interested in that guy.
Yeah. Also, the fact that he's super like he doesn't believe in anything.
No, he's very apolitical and a baby.
Yeah. Exactly. So that happens, but then also Sadie tells the rest of the band that she's going to go solo now because that's what her agent wants. And JoJo gets fucking angry, and he shows how angry
why?
he is by interrupting their performance of "Oh Darling" with his own version.
Yeah, and Sadie storms off. And I will say, Sadie made a fatal error because JoJo's the best part of that band.
Oh yeah, totally.
Easy the best part of that band. That guy rocks.
He's the best. And so they break up. Lucy and Jude have a confrontation after a while. So Jude, again, he's drawing. They suddenly now live in their own apartment somewhere. They moved out. They live
Jude
somewhere.
and
Lucy.
It's not still the
Okay.
same apartment?
No, it's not. It's a
Where's
completely different
Max?
apartment.
Oh, there's so much information.
Max is at
that they-
war.
oh yeah,
He was nude in the water, and then he went to the surface, and he was in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Don't
he
you
was in
remember
the
that
water.
transition?
Was he
Yeah, don't you
actually in the?
When everybody
No.
was doing a nude makeout swim?
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
there.
He
Yeah.
was there. He was
They were all there
doing a full
on
What the
nude
f-
swim.
Yeah.
Okay, but he
The
was in
transitions
Vietnam
in
at
this
this
film are
point.
not great.
No.
Okay.
There's no
They're all
segues.
stylized. It's very theater, this whole movie.
It's very Julie Taymor, and it's
Yeah.
it's not a. It's not
You say
everybody's.
that, but
Yeah, I'm just saying it. I saw
Yeah.
her name in the credits, and I decided to I have no idea who she is. I'm just like, very Julie Taymor.
Mm.
I just googled her before coming on.
Yeah, I don't know. I never even watched this movie. I don't know. Yeah.
So Lucy and Jude fight in a laundromat.
Oh yeah.
Because he's tired of her like being at the revolutionary offices every night, and she yells at him and leaves. And then Jude shows up at their like offices and sings "Revolution" by the Beatles.
It doesn't. Yeah, I didn't think that was going to matter. Yeah, no, he sings a song, and he gets in a little scuff with the guy that she's now kind of cozy with, the leader of that thing. And then she comes out, and also everybody's a fucking baby in this movie. Hey, she comes out after, so he sings his song. He has a big thing, and then all the guys throw him out. And she comes out and she literally says something like, "Why would you do that, Jude?" And then she goes back inside, and Jude does like a baby pout on the stairs. Like everybody's a
A
fucking
baby pout. Everyone's fucking
Well,
pouting.
Lucy is fine because we established that she's 3 months old, but everybody else is a fucking
Yeah.
Yeah, she's allowed to be.
Yeah, Lucy's literally a fucking
she's fighting
baby.
the war in her diapers.
Yeah,
Well,
she's
as you
got
do.
Huggies on, signs up, but everybody else a fucking baby.
Exactly.
So he gets kicked out. He walks by a TV where we see they get real political and social in this movie all the time. We see news reports that Martin Luther King Jr. has been assassinated.
Oh, right.
And that's when great cover of While My Guitar Gently Weeps starts playing, where JoJo is playing all sad.
He's upset about that.
He broke up with JoJo. Or sorry, Sadie.
Yeah. Keep thinking JoJo's a girl.
Yeah. He's not, but yeah.
I like that you said yeah before you said he's not, though.
Yeah, I don't know
like
why
you
you
were
did
willing
that.
to entertain it, though.
Yeah.
That's fine. I mean, JoJo, all I know about JoJo is he's incredibly talented, and that cover of that song is wicked.
It's great. It's super awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we also missed a real important part in terms of our episode because of the drink, but he does sing Jude sings Strawberry Fields Forever because he gets really engrossed in his art. Yeah, this is before.
Oh, yeah.
Revolution, but he sings it while he's throwing fucking strawberries at a fucking canvas and then stabbing them with toothpicks or whatever. With nails.
Stupid.
Remember
and then
the
they're
theme
bleeding
of
down the
everybody
canvas.
being a fucking baby? So he's a big baby town fit. So they do this big like juxtaposition where we see Max, who's literally at war watching people get shot in the chest, and he's all upset about it, rightly so, singing Strawberry Fields Forever. And then it cuts to Jude, who's apolitical and doesn't matter and is a big baby, but he's also singing Strawberry Fields like it matters, like the weight is equal between fighting in a war and doing like a weird art, and he's just whipping strawberries and paint at a wall like a wiener.
Big old fucking baby.
Yeah, like a baby,
like
a
boho baby
tantrum. He's like, my friend's at war, but I'm sad, and it's equal. It's
my
equal
girlfriend
weight.
believes in something.
Yeah, these consequences are equal for me and for him.
Basically,
this whole movie's a big advertisement why you should vote.
Yeah,
because otherwise
exactly.
You're a big fucking baby like Jude.
Stupid Jude.
Yeah, I've got 4 girlfriends.
What a piece of shit.
Baby.
And one's 12.
Yeah. Ew, yeah.
My youngest one's 12.
Ew,
Oldest one is 18.
Ew, I don't like that, like, now Jude's like grooming people.
Oh, God. That would have made sense for a Drake cameo.
Yuck.
Okay. So JoJo's playing While My Guitar Gently Weeps. Jude is there listening. They all get drunk and like they hang out all night and go back to the apartment where he finds that Lucy took all her shit,
packed up and left
him.
She's gone.
And it's always the same scene in every movie. They go to the bedroom drawer is open and it's empty.
Yeah,
what drawer? Who has a bedroom drawer?
Like drawers, you know, like
underwear
drawers. Yeah.
Like we're
okay.
Do you not have drawers? Do you not have
drawers? Are underwear. Drawers,
dressing drawers.
No,
drawers. That's what I meant.
Not drawers. That's underwear.
Is that a word?
Drawers. His drawers.
You know it's the same, right? It's the same spelling and everything.
Anyways, I know what you're talking about. It's just
but that reaction.
You said the bedroom drawers.
Yeah.
So I thought there was a specific bedroom drawer that every couple is like, this is our drawer. This is where we keep. No.
That's what I said.
Yeah, but that's not a thing. You said you could have said all of her drawers.
Sorry, that's what I meant. The dresser in this is doesn't matter.
No. I want to die on this hill. I want to know what we're talking about. And I will say that response you had earlier, like when he was like, she left, and you sat there and you went, huh. That's about as exciting as that moment is.
Yeah.
It's really like, you're like, these two characters are big babies, and it doesn't matter that they broke up, and I don't care. Because she's passionate about something and he's an apolitical.
Yeah. And he gets on a subway and sings Across the Universe.
Sure.
Yeah. And doesn't he see like an alternate reality in the subway where he's with her? Isn't that a thing?
Does he?
Yeah, he like looks into the subway window
Oh,
and he like sees an alternate
does.
reality. It's actually kind of a cool shot.
Yeah,
And they're
you know
like
what?
all
I
loving
never noticed that. I thought he was just seeing people having fun on another subway.
No, it's him. It's him and Lucy.
Oh, I did not. I never paid attention that close.
Yeah. No, it's them. He's like seeing like an alternate reality.
Oh, okay.
Where they're like,
that
all
makes more
lovey-dovey.
sense than just being sad that other people are having fun.
Yeah, though it would track because he's a baby. But he sees another reality where he's like, oh, I care enough to like vote or something.
Okay.
And she didn't leave him for being apolitical.
Well,
oh, I see.
So he's on the subway. He goes to Columbia University where there's the anti-war group is protesting, and she's there. Lucy's there with her group, and they all get fucking arrested by the police and like brutalized by them. And the moments where we see Lucy being pulled in by the police are the moments where we saw at the beginning of the movie when there's like newspaper clippings, and then we see her getting like pulled around. Though this is that's that moment.
Okay.
That's
and she
what's
says
happening.
what?
This is separate. I just had a small inside burp and I burped up a little bit of that strawberry puree that I made earlier. And I think it's a sign that I've now like I'm regurgitating what I thought I loved about this movie. And I no longer care for it anymore.
That's a perfect metaphor. Yes.
Yeah. Anyway,
yikes.
Yeah, it was gross. It was a little bit of pizza too. Sorry.
Oh God.
Sorry, continue.
Yeah. And during all this struggle, we hear Helter Skelter again. This time we see Sadie singing it
on stage,
on stage, and she's all singing angry solo.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't like her solo
she
career.
Like
I guess this
solo,
is the only moment we really see that it's like
no. And then she like storms off stage and she talks to her agent. She's like, "Yeah, I need someone who knows how to play guitar with soul." Because she misses JoJo.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh yikes.
That's exactly what she says. And that scene is weird because it's happening as well as this like being arrested scene. And
which is far more important.
Yeah. They do this thing where they juxtapose two things as if they're supposed to have equal weight, and they do not.
They don't even a little bit. Not even close. They're not even close. Yeah.
So Jude like reaches out for Lucy through the crowd and is like, Lucy, and she's like, Jude, and he's like, Lucy, and she's like, Jude, and that's literally what happens.
And then he says, I've got 4 girls.
Yeah. And the police fucking grab him and beat him. So this movie is very relevant. And then he gets arrested as with all the other protesters, and he goes to prison. And who shows up to bail him out? Because there's like a scene where all the people in the lockup cell are like fading out as if they're like being bailed out, except for him. And who should bail him out?
American Dad.
Oh, nice! Wow.
Yeah, his father comes doing the fatherly thing, but
sure.
He couldn't convince. He says he couldn't convince the cops that he was his son. Like he tried to be he's my son. Well, I don't know, because he's British and they don't have any fucking proof that their father's son. But anyway, he informs them that he's going to have to be deported because they found out he's an illegal immigrant.
Right.
Yeah, that's another thing he says earlier. He's like he's just not he doesn't think things out that well. He's like, I don't have a visa. Like he's like chill.
I don't exist.
Yeah, he's like chill about it, and you're like that's like I get it, but also like you didn't plan any of this. You were cheating on your girlfriend. You don't have you didn't properly have a plan for any of this. Yeah,
what a gross guy. I hate this guy.
Not thought anything out very very much.
Yeah. Oh, also the last thing in this sequence with the Helter Skelter is we see Max getting in like a gunfight at the war.
Oh yeah.
And it ends with like he has a dream of all these naked Vietnamese mothers floating in a river.
Right.
It's weird.
And it's very, very visual.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
what do you mean by that?
Yeah.
It's fine.
I just like it's very like weird. It's a dream, but it's a dream sequence and it's very weird and yeah.
What even happens then? He's deported? And then
yeah.
Oh, he goes home.
Yeah, he goes home. He goes back to his job at a mill.
And he also discovers that the girlfriend that he left originally is now like married, of course.
And pregnant.
And pregnant.
Phil's child.
How much time has
his
passed?
His friend. It's his only friend back in England was Phil, I guess.
Yeah, English Phil.
And they're together now, his ex-girlfriend. And that's all. How
much time has passed?
I mean, time, maybe 6 months, 4 months, 5 months, 2 months. Wow. I don't know.
Okay.
Enough time that he gets back to England and has a job waiting for him. And there you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, back home, Max does not die. He comes back, but he's in a fucking hospital bed with like PTSD. And he sings the song, what's it called?
Happiness is a Warm Gun.
Happiness is a Warm Gun.
It's a great rendition of that
with,
song.
yes, 5 Salma
heard
Hayek nurses.
Yeah, Salma Hayek plays like 7 different nurses, and she comes in and does like weird, sexy nurse taking care of him. It's a strange sequence.
It's a weird cameo because it's not like she's an unknown actress at this point.
No, it's Salma Hayek.
Yeah.
I don't know what prompted her to want to do that.
Who knows?
Because she doesn't even sing in this, does she?
She does all the like backing vocals, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Unless it's somebody dubbed her voice.
Maybe, probably. Like, I don't know. It's weird. Weird cameo. And she's injecting him, and he's all like, "Oh, happiness." That's what he's doing.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I'm discovering that every song I like in this, except Evan Rachel Wood stuff, I think.
You don't like.
I don't like the movie, but I like all the music. Yeah, no.
So, meanwhile, Lucy discovers that her revolutionary group, the group she loves to just protest with, has become super extreme. Is now building bombs. They're getting ready to like plant a bomb somewhere.
And she does a big drama and says something like, "I thought it was the other side that drops bombs," and then she like storms away like a baby, like everybody else.
Sure, like a baby.
But again, she is
like a literal baby. So,
an actual baby. She crawls.
So her diaper, she runs.
Crawls.
And then Jojo is strumming on guitar. He starts playing "A Day in the Life," which, if you know the song, the opening lyric is, "I read the news today. Oh boy." So that's, again, on the nose, because he's playing a song and then we cut to Jude picking up a newspaper out of a stand. And
he reads the news.
Yeah, he reads the news, and there's a big headline about the protest location, like the revolutionary offices being exploded. Accidental bomb explosion
by a homemade bomb.
Yeah, so he thinks Lucy's dead.
Oh, I hope.
And that's where we cut to him on the beach, like from the opening.
Okay.
He's all sad. But then he's not. She's not dead. She's not dead. It's kind of weird. They're like, "Oh, she's dead." But
it's a quick
A minute later, Lucy's back with her brother at some boardwalk, and then she sings Blackbird.
Yeah,
I forgot that was a Beatles song.
And that one's not a good cover in this movie. Evan Rachel Wood does not a great cover. She has a pretty voice, but it's not a fun cover.
I mean, you just hate her guts. That's what I'm getting.
I don't hate her guts. I just don't. I think everything that they gave her to do in that movie was boring.
It's true, yeah.
Maybe.
She like gives up her ideals so that she can love Jude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why?
It's kind of because he's very unlikable, but charming.
But charming, yes.
He's
with an accent.
British. Yeah.
And then the song we've been waiting for since we heard his fucking name, "Hey Jude."
Oh, right. Yeah.
Plays when both Jude and Max are sitting at a bar
in separate
drinking away
countries.
Their wars. Yeah. In separate countries, looking at each other through the mirror that's behind the bar. And
what? Okay.
And it's basically a scene where Max is singing to Jude because he's like, "Go out and get her."
As in Lucy, go out and get her.
Yeah. And he's basically, it's like, this is Max writing to Jude saying like, "Lucy's alive. You need to go and love Lucy. Come back."
Yeah. So to be clear, this older brother is saying, "Hey, unlikable guy, go for sure get my sister. For sure.
Yeah.
Please
My
do it.
7-month-old sister.
She's recently born and you should go and get her.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good jam.
And that's it.
He does.
I think.
Yeah, he flies. He comes back. And this time he comes back legally because he's at the Port Authority, New York.
They grant him
a visa.
Stamped. Yeah.
Oh, yeah? How? For what?
For being a baby. They stamp him and it says you can come in, but it says baby.
Yikes.
Big
Want a
So he
diaper,
just-
you baby?
Want a diaper, you big-ass baby?
Yeah, here's a
Oh, yeah.
blankie for your travel, you fucking whiner.
Dumb
Yeah.
bitch
And
baby.
Max is in a cab, so that's another reference to he's a cabbie.
Sure.
But
Right.
so he drives Jude to the record company that Sadie owns, which is called Strawberry Jams, and the logo is this big strawberry thing that Jude drew earlier. It's not that important.
When he was having his baby fit where he threw all the strawberries.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what he made.
That's the logo for Sadie's record company, and they're on the roof, and it's JoJo and Sadie. They're reunited, and they're playing "Don't Let Me Down" on top of the roof with the
They're
rest
reunited,
of the
by
band.
the way, with no lead up. Like they're just reunited.
Yeah, they just like
It happens
they're
that
both
way
unhappy,
sometimes.
so they somehow came together.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were
And
unhappy. They decided they didn't want to deal with their shit on their own, so they decided to rely on other people instead of dealing with it themselves.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
Yeah, it was a healthy way to do that.
And everyone's there. Prudence is there.
After
Cool.
half a movie,
Yeah, she's just back there.
she's just chilling happy.
And everyone's there except for Lucy. Lucy's trying to get in, but the cops have raided the place, and they're like, "No music on the roof. Get off." And they're blocking the doors, so
It's
Lucy
a
can't get up.
specific bylaw we have here. No music
New
on
York?
the roof.
On the roof.
On the
Is that
roof.
right?
And so they like escort everyone off the roof except for Jude. Jude hides, and everyone's like, "Where's Jude? He was up here a minute ago." And then he walks up to the microphone that's still on the roof, and he starts singing. What does he start singing? Hayden?
All you need is love. Beep, buddy,
We're just so disinterested in this movie by this
Love
time.
is all you need.
Yeah, I really enjoyed watching it today.
Didn't
Now I'm
Moulin
upset
Rouge
about-
also do this?
Yeah.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh,
they
sorry.
did.
I thought you were just said Mulan, and I was like, I
No.
don't think Mulan did this.
I'm pretty
Moulin
sure
Rouge.
Mushu had a moment.
Yeah, I think he
I think
did.
Mushu broke out into some Beatles.
Oh,
He did.
yes.
For sure.
Well, he sings "All You Need Is Love," and then the rest of the band comes back. They're like, the police try to get him off, but they're like, somehow before the police were like, no, and take them off. But then this time, when the band is like, no, you got to let him sing, they're like, all right.
Yeah, the police
Okay.
really stopped caring about the apparent bylaw that they couldn't like sing on the thing. They were like, can we sing? And they were like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Like,
that's
okay, go
fine
ahead.
now. Yeah, never mind. We were wrong.
Never mind.
And so they're singing it. They all start singing "All You Need Is Love," and then Lucy goes into like the next door building, gets up onto like this fucking fire escape sort of thing, and then Jude and her are standing looking at each other, and it's like a slow. They start smiling because they realize they were meant to be together.
No, they weren't.
end.
And what is the credit song, Alenka?
I don't fucking
The
know.
last shot is Lucy with the sky in the background.
Oh, yeah, that one. LSD.
Who
LSD.
let the dogs out?
Knew it.
Yes,
be
the
great.
credits are another Bono's cover of "Lucy in the Sky"
Mhm.
with
So that's
diamonds.
that's the first 15 minutes of the film. Now there's like an additional.
Now
Hour
let's
and
go through
20
the deleted
minutes.
scenes, which
That's
is a
right.
whole other movie. Now.
Yeah, now there's a director's cut.
No.
Julie
No.
Taymor's director's cut.
Julie Taymor's
Oh my
director's
God.
cut.
It would
Yeah.
be so much more. It
Yeah,
would be
it's
like
already a
every
lot.
song.
Oh yeah, but that's the
A lot
movie.
for a
That's-
movie of
yeah.
no substance.
Yeah, I'm had a real change of heart about this film. But
You're
now
so
that we've
disappointed,
No,
Hayden.
I know.
I'm a little disappointed. I just as we unpacked it, I was like, oh, this really isn't about much. This was mainly so that Julie Taymor
songs.
could make some masks that people could wear.
Yeah. She was like, I made all these masks, though.
The pitch meeting was like, so, movie Beatles music. They're like, okay, what's, like, where do we go? And she's like, well, so this is my briefcase full of masks. They're like, okay, but what's the plot? She's like, well, I figured we'd do that part after. But
put the masks on and see what happens.
Yeah, here, watch me, actually. I'll put on the mask. How's that? They're like, yeah, but what's the plot? She's like, well, but...
Okay, but you see the mask, right?
Yeah, like, I don't know what you're having so much trouble with here, guys. Yeah. I'm wearing the mask.
I have a feeling like I know the score, but Alenka, how many Julie Taymor masks do you give this movie?
Damn. Oh, one big old Lion King mask, I guess. But like the Lion King mask, because it doesn't pertain to the film whatsoever. It's just a mask that exists.
Is it the Lion King mask that cries? There's a mask.
Do you think I actually know which one cries? Do you think I know what that even looks like?
No.
That's what I'm saying, is I don't even know what this mask looks like, and I give it 1. That doesn't even connect with the film in question. Not to your description, Hayden. Not to say that it was a bad description, because you look very sad right now.
Beautiful masks.
She gets 1 out of the bajillions that she probably has made.
Where can our listeners hear your sad voice or see your sad face?
Oh, yeah. Definitely want to hear your voice, though. Let's talk about that.
Doesn't matter anymore.
No, it does. Let's pitch it.
Matter because everyone's a baby and it doesn't matter. Oh, God. I don't know. If you... fuck. What do I do? There's an IMDb page that's me, but you won't find it because the last name's hard to spell.
Yeah, I tried to find it earlier. Someone with the name Julie Ross or some shit came up. Oh, no.
You could, I guess, if you want to go support a cool thing, go. I don't know that we're making new episodes anytime soon, but there's a cool indie animation I was a part of called Super Science Friends. It finished its last episode earlier this year, I think it was, and it's pretty rad. That's pretty cool.
And you play?
I do a version that's like the historical scientists as like the A team. So I do Nikola Tesla and some other characters.
Oh, nice. Man, he made cars. Just kidding.
No, he didn't. No.
I'm kidding. I'm fucking kidding. I saw The Prestige. I know what he did. Prestige,
yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Well, go check that out.
Yeah, you can check that out. Or if you see me in the street, make sure to maintain your social distance and wear a mask.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say.
Okay, that was very political. Please don't ever talk to us like that again.
Yeah.
You're gonna die on that hill.
Now we can finally get into this white nationalist conversation from earlier.
Sure. Yeah. And on that note, Will, where can we find us?
Well, you can find us at QAnon.
MikePence.com.
No, you can find us on Instagram. That's at Haven't Seen a Podcast, as well as Facebook at Haven't Seen a Podcast, as well as Twitter at haven't_seen_it. You can also go on our website. That's www.haven'tseenapodcast.com. You can find all our episodes there, pictures of our guests, pictures of our drinks, as well as the entire list of movies Alenka hasn't seen.
There's a few.
It's long. Yeah. And we're going to get through it in the next 20 years. We're going to do it. Yeah.
You don't understand.
Got longevity on this pod.
I know. I'm stupid.
And then 20 years of movies from now will now be on that list because Alenka, I made her sign a contract to not see any movies from now on.
Yeah, I've genuinely not. I just watch Family Guy reruns all the time.
Honestly, me too.
Yeah.
See?
And so on that note, also leave us a review if you want to.
Yeah.
If you like listening to us, leave a review on iTunes.
Even if you don't, but
or
pretend you do.
On our website, you can comment on an episode or on our Facebook or just comment on our Instagram. Just let us know that you're watching and listening and you're liking what we're putting out there.
You know what? Yeah. What I'm thinking, Will, is that you got to start sounding less desperate on that pitch because just start pretending that people are rating us and be like, we're loving hearing.
To sound like Jude from the movie.
Yeah, kinda like a big fucking baby.
Well, fuck you, You say you want a revolution.
Yeah, that's what you say, but I've got 4 girlfriends.
Guys, on that fucking note, get the fuck off my podcast.
Okay.
Fuck. I'm just kidding, but if you do listen to this podcast, thank you and good night.